Spoon entertainment. Kua, 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 kua. Let's say kua, kua, kua. Go to there. With the spoon in your boy, try to get yourself there. Charge it on the beat. On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to get my section. Spoon, spoon, spoon activation. Spoon, spoon, spoon restoration. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you to spoon you ain't know. The trade requiring for starvation just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening more often to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry to spoon. Yeah, yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Funjama, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat my prejudice, my brother to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a nose update to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? It's not your body. Spoon TV. It's not your body. Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon. And so I want to kickstart the show by saying happy weekend to you, wherever it is you are listening to us from. And warm welcome to all those of you listening to us all across Liberia and watching us from all around the world via our various online platforms, Spoon TV, Super TV, Fabric TV, and of course, we on YouTube. Our handle is Spoon Talk Live. My name is Diamond Slanger. It's a pleasure producing for you tonight. The rest of the panelists are definitely going to join the program as we progress on, and a lot of things happening across Liberia. But you're welcome to tonight's edition of Liberia's premier talk show. And of course, this show needs no introduction, but I will do you the honors of saying welcome to tonight's edition of Spoon Talk, irrespective of how you getting us tonight here from Liberia. My colleague W. Nangbe is watching us from Swissam Township there in Sano County. Nan Gordon is following us from the township of Ewing or Ewing in New Jersey. Lumerse is following us from Nimba County. George Zimbe is watching us from Coco. Is it Coca-Cola factory? Yeah, Coca-Cola factory. So the Coco and the Cola and the La, separated. So it kind of confused me there. Coca-Cola factory. All right. Prince M. Thomas is following us from Shahar Community, Dupont Road. Peter Tamatai is watching us from Sierra Leone. Hope you're doing great as well. Per Cambo, how are you doing, Per? Daniel Slonte says, I'm live from Monrovia. Yep, Daniel, we know you're watching us from Monrovia. Oliver Swen, how are you doing? Watching us from Fishtown in River G. Frank Sewe is following us via YouTube from Rhode Island there in the US. Lamin Kroma is following us from Iowa, Waterloo there in the US. Owa Colley is following us from Bapolu County. Abraham Bobby Fanning is watching us from Philadelphia via YouTube. Raymond Sa Charlie is following us from ELW Junction. Nimba King is watching us from Duluth, Minnesota. Kristen W. Jones is watching us from Dupont Road, Painesville. Maclean Moses Masakwe is watching us from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. So we have Liberians watching from home, abroad, and everywhere else in between, because this show is where you say your own, say my own, everybody else got to say their own. So the late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Sylvester Grisby, was laid to rest today in Houston, Texas, there in the United States of America. The president was represented by his son, Joseph Boakai Jr., who did speak on his father's behalf. Alexander Cummins of the ANC and the former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf also paid her tribute through a designated representative. So the ANC leader was also present there at the funeral service of the late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Sylvester Grisby. So the government, honoring the late minister, recognized his service to the country, and also read the official gazette as well. So that reading was done by Acting Foreign Affairs Minister Dewey Gray. So the late minister has been laid to rest there in Houston, Texas, United States of America. A lot of other things happening in Liberia. We love to say you're welcome. But the rest of the panelists will be joining us as well. A lot of talks about what's happening in Liberia. By the end of the day, this is the only country that we've got. We have to do everything possible to make sure we leave it better than when we inherited it. So we'll open the phone lines for you to tell us what's on your minds as well. 077771075, 0101075. Those are the numbers to call. Yes, as the footballing transfer window is winding down, the ever open political transfer window is still open. It's, as I said, ever open. The political transfer window is one of the windows that doesn't close. Every now and then, people cross carpet from one political party to the other, which is well within their rights to do so. Yeah, people, the men are political grasshopper. Today, when the party not there, you join the other party. Tomorrow, the party not there, you join the other party, all that kind of stuff. And we have, new parties coming up. And someone jokingly said, but well, the normal political parties we have in Liberia, even if we're doing political party football league, we'll have at least over 30 teams participating in that one league. Like every day there is a new political party, and someone said, what are we establishing all of these parties? Today you get Diamond United for Liberia Progress Party coming up. The next minute you see, CEO Conservative Party coming up, and everybody is opening having a political party established and becoming a political leader. And then we go back to as to why. Is it that every political party that is being formed has got the chance to rule this country, even though that is the fundamental reason? Is it possible that with a country of more or less 5.2, 5.5, anyhow you want to take our population, and then you take the voting population from out of the 5.2 or 5.5, you have somewhere around 2.3, 2.5 at the top, thereabout. And you have 27 to 32 different political parties. In an election, the first round is 50% plus 1. Makes it difficult. 25. We're not even adding the independent candidates. Maybe you have 7 to 8 independent candidates, or probably 5 to 7 thereabout. You add them to the race, and not every political party will field a presidential candidate. So give or take, you have somewhere around 18 to 20 presidential candidates vying for, give or take, 2.5 million votes. How possible is that? So in a discussion, someone said, look, It's just about having a seat at the table, being a stakeholder, being able to take some percentage of the votes, and knowing fully well there will be a second round, and then negotiations begin. So the easiest way to being recognized is by becoming a force. So you form your own political party. You grab your daughter, your son, your nephew, your uncle, your drawer, your cook, and the rest of the people, put them there. You go in, other people come, you recruit one or two, three, four, and then we say we have a. But should we be serious about, political institutions in our country? How institutionalized are these political parties? How institutionalized are these political parties? Are they running on the pocket of the political leader, quote unquote, the one man army, who, when he or she decides that they cannot finance anything, then the party is left in limbo? How institutionalized are these parties? What are their ideologies? The left wing, right wing, centrist, what do they believe in? What's their manifesto? How do they plan on delivering this country from where we are to another stage? What solutions are they proffering? How are they keeping the ruling establishment's feet to the fire? By not just criticizing, by proffering solutions and letting Liberians know that, yes, indeed, we are the alternative. If you give us this political power, we are going to transform things from this to this. What's their policy on education, on health? What's their short, middle, and long-term plan for Liberia? What can they tell you? What's their economic policy? What are they going to change? How are they going to do so? Our greatest problem in Liberia, aside of underdevelopment, is unemployment, massively. I open the phone lines, don't worry. I was at a place on Friday, and then I saw something that really broke me down, and I started to ask myself, what is our greatest risk as a country? Is it the drug crisis that we're currently faced with? Is it the economic gap that we have in our country, that you have just a minute portion of the population that's employed, and just a smaller portion within that portion that is gainfully employed? Because there's a difference in being employed and in being gainfully employed. Gainfully employed, your take-home salary meets your needs, your wants, and at least you can get something from out of it at the end of the day. But employed is where you just go to work because you want to sit down home. The lay $100 you make a month, when you take a copy, everything from inside, your family can live on it. You credit through or so your whole life like your own credit. When they pay you after 7 months, then you pay 2 more the credit and all that kind of stuff. But you just employed. What's our greatest problem? The greatest threat to us as a country is the massive unemployment. The massive unemployment is our greatest problem. And I saw this, a group of energetic young men. They had to dress neatly. And I bet some of them told their family members that they were going to work, or people believe that, when they leave their houses, they go to work. And what were they doing? When one minister stopped a car to where I was, then they would go to the car. Hey, Archie, Archie, Archie. Hey, the minister, are you looking all right? Hey. And then maybe someone at 20 would drop for like 15 men. And they're continuously doing that. And I asked myself, I said, if we had employment opportunities where the private sector was vibrant, we had some sort of industry running in our country, would our brothers and sisters, leave their homes and go and stand and wait to hail a minister or a director or somebody to get them 20 and 10? So with all these political parties that are being formed, how do they intend on solving these problems? And someone asks if our people are willing to really work. That's a question that needs, a very serious answer. I'll answer you by saying yes. Yes, our people are willing to work. Provide them the jobs. Those who are willing to work are in the majority. They will work. Provide them the opportunity. Those who can turn their entrepreneurial skills into something will turn it into something. But you must firstly provide the man with the opportunity and see if the man wouldn't take the opportunity. But where are the opportunities? Only find few in between in the government sector or in the public sector. Boomberger, how you doing, sir? How are you?
Yeah, I'm enjoying. Go ahead. Just continue. I'm doing good. I mean, but you spoke to me in the back already. All day you've been calling me. So why you speaking to me on the show again?
So
Yeah, yeah.
whenever, even if I call you everyone that time, I will say hello.
Yeah, man. But I'm enjoying that. You're asking some very serious questions, Dama. These questions, those are the questions people are taking towards 2029. Those are very, very serious. Everybody going to have the political party, Dama political party, Stanton political party, and Peter political party. What I mean, what are the driving message? What are you considering? Hey, muya, 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 hey, I will give you 10,000 for you to come and take a Susan clock and credit the people. Hey, the man a good man. Senator Sadjo said a good man, he gave out 10,000. Come on, Damo. What's the message? If I give you 10,000 that you're going to credit for Susan clock, does that change your life? If I'm allowing you to remain a beggar and a creditor, am I allowing you to be on that position forever? Then I use that to my advantage to just keep you there. And every 6 months, I give you another 10,000. You can borrow again. But you ain't getting for 10,000 to pay. Let that one go. We'll put it down. Every 6 months, I put 10,000 there. But 6 months, how much do you make in 6 months? But you're keeping over 100 individuals on 10,000 just for that 6 months. And you think you're doing them a favor. You think you are helping them. So what's the message? I mean, I'm enjoying you, man. I'm ready to do. These things, they are very, very painful. If you look at a lawmaker that have been there, like Sajo said, 12, 15 years, after traveling around the world for 3 months, he came back and said, I gave you 10,000 to open Susu, borrow but pay 5% interest. Then people celebrating that much. Then you got some people on the show saying, yeah, but Sajo said doing well. Calculate how much Sajo said I made as a representative, all the way senator, how much he have made for over 10 years, 12 years. How much? 10,000 of what Sajo said would get his girlfriend to go shopping. I'm not beating on Sir Joseph because he's not my friend. But that Sir Joseph say he won't be political leader, right? Right, Damo?
You say you won't be, or he already is a political leader.
Well, the man said they got to go for convention. I don't know what's the message you want to be. You got to go for convention to be a stand-up bearer, or you're a political leader. I don't know. I really don't know. But he's something. And that's why today we show the picture that they buying Lando, and that Lando, and this is Moluba, Clarence Moluba building, right?
This is where Nukwe's party used to be.
Yeah.
The PUP.
Yeah.
So this was what it was, the color, how it used to look when.
Yeah, and this is how it's looking right now.
This is how it is. Yeah.
So who owned this building? This property is owned by who?
Well, as per research, and it's now verified, but as per unconfirmed, reports, this piece of property belongs to Dr. Clarence Moniba.
The stand-up bearer for Lano.
Yes, this particular piece of property is said to belong.
So what became of Clarence Moniba now? He looking for money too? He got money, or he got so many properties?
But if you have properties and you can choose to sell, lease, or rent any of your properties to whomever it is once they meet the standards or criteria that you've set.
I understand, but that was London Properties. Now that was the headquarters, right?
The headquarters is in Sinker.
Oh, they moved to all of them hustling. That was for Paul Kennedy to come on the show with nonsense. With nonsense. All of them hustling. Paul Kennedy and all hustling. Paul Kennedy property land on the man. Come on, man. You know, I tell you what, though. Our country will remain poor forever, man. I'm serious. Every time Dick and Harry would get up and say they won't be political leader because they can get somebody 10,000.
But is it that we too have not set a high standards as a people as to what we go for in who a political leader is or what a political party represents? Do we have ideologies as people as to what is our political philosophy? What do we want to see from a political party?
So I'll beat on Sir Joseph with this question, right, guys? Welcome to the show. We start here. We just lecturing, right? We just lecturing when we say welcome. I'm gonna be on Sir Joseph. Ask Sir Joseph why he decided to have a political party. Ask him. He will come on the show. We ask him, Sir, why you think you need to be a standard bearer for a political? Who do you support? Do you support Joseph Boaga? Sir Joseph will tell you yes. I support Joseph Boaga. When you run against Joseph Boaga, Sir Joseph will tell you no. Once Joseph Boaga say I'm running, I am not running against Joseph Boaga. So why are you having a political party? If it is not Joseph Boaga, I'll run against any other person. You know, you got to understand, you're talking about the philosophy. You got to understand how people get engaged with their own mindset that it must be me. If it's not me, nobody else. You got to understand that. You got to understand it's not about country, but it's about me, myself, and I. It's because Damo over there, I can be there too. If I can be there, then let me remove Damo. The patient wait on the law. Again, I say wait. People don't have that, Damo. Everybody say it's about now I must be. I'll go to my own friend also, how you call him, CMC, Instability. Ask Instability why he want to be why he want to be president, because he's a political leader. Ask Instability. It will be the same answer. Ask Joel, why Joel coming back? Joel will say because Joseph Boaga is not doing anything better. Ask Joseph Boaga what is he doing right now differently from all the other past government. Joseph Boaga don't have an answer for you. They will tell you, so we're paying role, we'll fix the country, we'll fix the country. What's that message to help the people? I mean, it is about the people. Damn on. These guys don't think about the people. They think about me, myself, and I. And because of that, our country, look at those in power today. It's all about them. It's not about the people. These guys are trying to fix the 2029. They care less about this government. They're done with this government. They will ride the boat. They will move with the wave. They will never run against the wave. They are not pushing. They are complacent. Damn on. They got it. President Boaga would not fire them. They will steal. They will lie. They will destroy. They want to make money, fast money. Someone else say, I'm not running again, so let me just enrich myself. Those that feel that they are not running again, they will be a spoiler. It's all about 2029. And when 2029 comes down, guess what happened? It will be all about 2035. And by then, how old are you going to be, Damo? Right now, we're talking about 3.5 years.
I'll be old, man.
Yeah. And trust me, man. I mean, these are the things that the Liberian people need to understand. Who is fighting for you? Who is fighting for you? I was watching the funeral ceremony of the late Minister Grisby, and I wish his family well, man. But a lot of people spoke, and we'll play some of the video, Damo. And I'm telling you, it's the Liberian people should decide whether President Boaga made a mistake not to attend the funeral. But regardless, this is a man that served since 1974. Started working in government. We have our issue, you know, it was politics, it's policy, but guess what happened? He did his part. He gone. Rest in peace. Damo, you still moving. I'm still here. The government's still moving. All the yo that behind Sylvester Grisby is done. Moving on, done. You shouldn't be there. Oh, the car money, oh, the NASCAR, everything gone. The Liberian government stay moving on. Everybody will go. Liberia will remain. So you got to come and play your part, but you got to do it right. You got to leave that legacy. People saying good thing about Sylvester Grisby. Other people have issue with him. I saw Western got family. I saw Oswald Twain. I saw Jojo Bwaka, Louis Tamba, Dwayne Gray. We can name them, all of them. Some of the haters and some people that love him, they were there. The good, the bad, the ugly. It is why it is. But people got to understand, man. They got to understand that, damn on. I don't think these days politicians come in with a good intent. And that's why people are still fighting. Look at what is happening between Samuel Koga now and the Vice President Jeremiah Kun. What is happening? Imagine what is happening between Samuel Koga and the Vice President. For Nimba Kwado.
For me, that I have a different kind of perspective of what's unfolding. Are there some issues? I think there will be issues. But is it an open invitation, you know, for courtship? Politicians are corny people. I don't know what the issues are in between. But if you look at what's unfolding, it's more like there are many suitors now with what's happening, with the statements and outbursts coming from Senator Koga. There are those who see it as an opportunity that, okay, he can be an ally, and they will start courtship and all of these things. Do I see 2029 a Koga not supporting a Kun if a Kun is a candidate? It might, but far likely than that. Do I see a Koga wanting to run for president and then getting some vote to make him a key player because he has got nothing to lose? 2029, he's still a senator. So even if he throws his hat in a race as a presidential candidate and he gets some number of votes for which he will, there will be suitors again the second round dilemma that Liberia is faced with. So he gets from left, right, and center, and then he will select a side. So with this, there's an opening. There are those who think that, okay, if there seems to be a divided camp between Koga and Vice President Kun, we can make a swoop in and start to court him and, you know, try to see if we can bring him.
I don't think you should worry about those. Listen, the friend of my enemy, though the friend of my enemy is my friend. Somebody just maybe I'm not quoting it right? But you know what I'm saying.
My enemy is my friend.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy. Yeah. So, but here's the issue though. Why should I worry about CDC? This is what makes CDC an opposition. If CDC see an opportunity, they will go grab it. If Koga say, let me, pick me, and CDC think that Koga will bring that vote from Nimba, they will go after Koga. No far, no harm. But
no far, no harm.
But do you think CDC can get Koga?
No,
and that's why I'm going to take your journalist hat off. Talk like a normal Liberian. Don't be afraid.
I'm not.
Do you think, Damo, in all of CDC wild dreams, they can get Koga, Sam Koga? Do you think they can get him?
So I can speak for what his convictions are, but again, everybody has got a demand. And everybody has got what they want, what their price is. From the perspective of Nimba County, from what I've been hearing from inside, they've come too close. If a Jeremiah Kun throws his hat in a race, meaning Nimba has come too close to let division take them from the price. So if that is the angle, then my answer will be no. But if Koga is seeking his interest and the interest of his own people, his supporters, to put him at a seat at the table, that he too can call shots. If CDC provides him those demands of his, he probably might go their way. So it depends on how you analyze it.
I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Koga is a player. Koga is a fighter. Koga is no stupid man. Koga is a player. Koga is a fighter. I look at my fellow seditious, my brother and sister, our friends in CDC jump here and say, hey, Koga coming to our side. Hey, the Koga man a good man. Oh. Hey, the Koga man. No, brother. Koga not stupid. Oh. Koga is not a stupid man. No. Koga can have a disagreement with his brother. Koga can go to elders will call them. That Nimba County remain. But CDC, the premature celebration that Koga is coming to their side, I think it's just a waste. They can try. Nobody going to stop them. We beg them to try. But Koga knows he got to where he is today because of certain reason. Yeah, you can disagree with Kun. Yeah, no. Listen, many days I don't talk to Kun myself. Right now, I feel Jeremiah Kun.
You can really talk, eh?
Yeah, but I can talk to Kun, but many days I don't want to talk to him. I feel Jeremiah Kun right now. I feel with him so badly. But you know what? This is what happened. You can get mad with VP Kun. VP Kun can get mad with Koga. But for you that's standing outside of the room and think that you will come in and use that, my dear brother and friend, you will lead inside. The guys will get on you. They will go after you. And if you want to try money, if you think that, I said don't call me, I don't know what he calling me for. Yeah, he's shaking. Watch, let's see what you calling for.
Prospective VP.
Yeah, you Yakoga you shaking now, you can't make can. Don't be calling me you live. I put you on speaker, man. No, you Yakogani are on the show. You calling me, my man can't because you Yakogani your skin trimming. You scared now. What you calling me for? Come on the show, let's talk. Who's scared? Scared of what? My man, I see you on the show. You scared. The man trimming. Yakogani. These guys didn't go. These guys didn't be trimming when they think Koga going to CDC. I don't know what's going on with them. Koga will go CDC for what? For what, Diamond? Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm making a mistake, Diamond, but you got to really, really convince me that everything I know and everything I have seen, the people I'm talking to, for CDC to be convinced that Koga will leave Jeremiah Kun and go to them. I don't know. Or leave Joseph Boaga, let's put it that way and go to them. I ain't seeing it, Diamond. That will help me, yeah.
Do you see a Koga throwing his hat in the race 2029 as a presidential candidate? Do you see that?
No. Koga can do so. No, he cannot. No, so many conditions. You say to run against Joseph Boaga? If Joseph Boaga is running?
We don't know if President Boaga will run for re-election.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. If President Boaga is running, you saying that Koga will run against him?
If a President Boaga is running, again, the chances of a Koga running will be slim. But if President Boaga is not up for re-election, and let's assume, it's an open field, or you have the vice president running on the ticket of whatever party, whether the United Party, do you see a Koga using the Prince Johnson, playbook to run?
Yeah, it's not. So let me say something. Koga is no Prince Johnson. Koga cannot. Of course, nobody can be Prince Johnson. Koga cannot. They play Bogo, the black Bogo, the yellow Bogo, the Yamayama Bogo. Koga cannot be that Prince Johnson and follow that book. Whatever book, the 6 and 7 book of Moses, or whatever book it is, Koga cannot use it. Because you know why? He's not Prince Johnson. No. Prince Johnson was a unique man. We agree. Thank you. And then I'll speak no further on this one. Koga as Koga. He can play around. He can express his frustration. He can complain. The man is strategic. Koga is a man that operates under the shadow. He bite and blow. He told Yamayama, yeah, but he negotiate. Look at Koga as chairman for the majority black. The man know how to pay me. The man do a zigzag, meswese, and he meswese cross-body on the field play. The men know how to operate. Koga can be talking with you right now and be operating on a different level. But for Koga to make that decision and say, I'm running to be president, Koga is done. Koga is done. Not that he can do it, but he would not do it. For Koga to say, well, Joey said I'm going to be his vice president number one, CDC will destroy Koga. If Joey win dream, no one, Maggie want to be vice president. Maggie will go after Koga. The very, very, very Musa ability want to be vice president. Musa ability will go after Koga. Mr. Cummings, maybe he want to take over CDC, like we are hearing. That would be a problem. What Koga's strength is, Koga will be coming with what, 25, 30,000 votes from Unity, from Nimba? Where is Koga's strength? So you got to put all these things together, Dama, and say, no, we're not going to wait. Listen, Koga, Koga operating. We understand that. Koga looking at his brother.
My earlier analysis that right now is open season. Anybody who falls for that, you go in. You're Lisa.
Oh, you're Lisa. You're here with Lisa. You're here with Lisa. And Koga is operating. I got no problem with Koga operating. Koga being a politician. He's operating. For Koga to reach to that Prince Johnson level, it takes almost 10, 15 years. Then he'll be calling the shot. But I would say this though, and maybe this will be a problem. I shouldn't say it. I want to say, but maybe I will not say it.
No, don't say it. If it's going to be a problem, then leave it.
I want to say what really I want to say tonight, right? But then my other heart telling me, say, you know how they say you get 2, 3 heart? My other heart telling me, say, I'm going to say it. Yeah.
It just says I heard that thing. My other heart say
yeah, I really want to say, but my other heart say don't say it. So I'll listen to my other heart and say don't say it. Because what I want to say, if I would ignore my other heart and talk to my right heart, not my left heart, I think that if what we are hearing, and Koga is serious, and Prince Johnson is serious, I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it.
Shall I leave it?
Yeah. No, seriously. But I think I would say it, Damo. My heart burning to say it. But you know, I gotta listen to my right heart and my left heart. My right heart saying, no, seriously.
Which one say you shouldn't say?
My left heart, my right heart, where you get the heart on the left side, right? It pumping the blood, they want me to say it. But my right heart, small part here, say, no, don't say it. Don't say it. So now I'm thinking, I want to say it. I want to listen to that little voice that's saying, don't say it. But then my left heart, and you know, they say what? The fifth quadrant, the fifth, where the heart is, somewhere, right in that chamber, the fourth or second chamber, somewhere there, they're pumping something and blood to the aorta and all the other yama. I want to say it. They tell me to say it. But let me say it. These two guys that Dama, you want to say?
Yeah, I didn't tell you, don't say you.
Yeah, man. I'm to tell you the truth. You know, no, for real. But say Binda get problem. But no, I want to say though, because look at Sam Koga, right? And look at Jeremiah Kuhn. One person want to be Godfather. You know what? I shouldn't say it. Let me let it one go. Because everybody is saying stand up living. If I say people will blame me. Let me say something. Let it be so, that one. Let it be so. You know, people say stand up. So many people listen to you. Watch what you say. So let me. Today is a beautiful Saturday. Let me let it one go. But if the guy that continue, only one of them should be standing. I don't want to go there, but only one of them should be standing. And it's a scary time in Nimba. It's a scary time. But one thing you see, Jeremiah Kuhn not saying nothing. He say Jeremiah Kuhn is quiet, right? Have you spoken?
No.
Jeremiah Kuhn have not said anything. Look at Koga demands.
Demands real. They pick up the money, the days, the that. I thought they came out to debunk that stuff.
Brother, you know what? Let your bad man. You won't set me up. I will hold my peace all day long. I would deny the request of my right heart. That one you won't set me. Oh, I can talk. Man can talk. Oh, let me let
I
out.
want to ask you concerning. Yes, it's true. The Minister of State was late to rest today, but even
Yeah,
after he passed, immediately there were already conversations about who his replacement will be. Those conversations even getting louder
yeah.
by the minute. Some names we hearing, others are quite. But who do you what kind of chief of staff? I don't want to go for name, but what kind of chief of staff are you anticipating that President Baga is going to appoint to replace the late Minister Grisby?
You know, on the one, Dama, thank you. On the one, I felt within myself that the president would have done better if he were to send Minister Grisby as ambassador to the United States or the United Nations. Looking at, his age, looking at the relationship, I felt within myself that would have been better. In that time, you're letting drive, said we got 30 more minutes. I see people that come in.
Yeah, now people catching because people talk about it consistently. They want to be jumping on the show.
Yeah, leave that man in the back. But I think, Damon, I think that would have been better for the late minister, because the chief of staff position is a stressful position. It is, you know that. And look at President Waka. Everything was running through Grisby. Grisby took the bullet. Grisby was the good, he was the bad, and he was the ugly. I beat on him. Other folks beat on him, but other folks celebrated him. We had serious argument with ministers and family members concerning Grisby. But one thing President Waka did, President Waka said he will be my chief of staff till that time comes. The rumors that they were going to fire him, he was coming home to retire, but his soul rests in peace. So let's talk about now. Let's talk about now. Look at those in the executive mansion that are fighting for this job. Come on, none of them qualify. You put any of them that they will destroy the country. Every one of them have an issue. Let me meet within the executive mansion. Ask the people that joining us to call names. Stephen Kofi Woods, National Security Advisor. Thank God he says he doesn't need it. Stephen Kofi Woods, the man don't even know how to be a National Security Advisor. He have misled the president on so many counts. And that's my friend. We have a relationship, Stephen Kofi Woods and I. But I can say on the show, his name shouldn't be mentioned. One down, right?
Yeah, one down.
Mamaka Benete, $84 million. Allegation that she need $84 million for yellow machine. All the big allegation hanging over her. Even right now, she's there as acting chief of staff. That's a disgrace to the country. If the president appointed a chief of staff, what I'm hearing, the chief of staff says, Mr. President, you want me to work for you? I can't work with Mamaka Benete. That's a problem right now. They are saying they cannot work with Mamaka Benete. Mamaka Benete allegation is huge. Mamaka Benete is there for the money. President Blanca can do Mamaka Benete a favor, put her somewhere that she got nothing to do with this issue. Mamaka Benete shouldn't be on the job. She should be fired. People in Unity Party don't even like Mamaka Benete. Mamaka Benete is a hustler. She's not a small hustler. She go for the big amount. She tell you before you meet the president, you got to pay $50,000, $75,000, $100,000. You come in to do business, and you want to sit down with President Bwaga, Mamaka Benete charge him. Do you know that?
No,
I'm saying to you, do you know how many individuals the woman have charged to make an arrangement for these people to see the president in his house or at the executive mansion? She charged them. She got a certain fee. Mamaka Benete, these allegations are big on her. People in the country knows that.
Official complaints concerning these allegations, especially what you're talking about, like the way people go and file an official complaint and all of that.
You file complaint to who? Where you carry your complaint? So you must understand business, Dama. If I want to do Dama business in Liberia, right? And I want to meet the president, I'm coming with some money. What is 150,000 to me? Mama Kabirite is from China and she charged me 150,000. Should I go complain her? Do you think they would take me serious? Do you think that? Look at the allegation that Daniel Petty put forth. Everybody was shaking him down for money. You think it's on that level alone? It's from the top. People at the executive mansion charge these people. When they go on foreign assignment, they come back and they get their own personal court. You cannot say nothing less. Mama Kabirite, if the president comes and says Mama Kabirite is the chief of staff today, Unity Party done. There will be no room, no justification to even say yes, she's nothing. It scared the heck out of Liberian. They trimmed them. They put nyama in the body to hear the Mama Kabirite even at the executive mansion. You got few people at the executive mansion. Mama Kabirite, Magdala Cooper, and what's the other girl name? Cooper Crowd daughter, what's her name? Dama, what Cooper Crowd daughter name?
Colonel Crowd.
Colonel Crowd. I mean, President Bwaga should tell those people, say, oh, no, I thank you. You can go now. You guys have done well in his own term. You can go. Let's bring in some people with good moral character that try to help this country. Look at Colonel Crack. In 1 year, 8 months, a woman building all her power property. She said our power property, the papa called and said, I mean building there with no papa, now you building there. Look at Colonel Crack. So how can you even allow these people to come around the presidency? Before you meet the president, you gotta do X, Y, and Z. You gotta do this one, you gotta do that one. They are all armed robber to the presidency. So forget them. Who in the executive mansion will come up and say, yeah, let me, I can serve as chief. Then,
as I said, who then? In terms of character. Yeah, I want you to tell me, in terms of character, what kind of chief of staff should the president be looking at? Because that position comes with a lot of trust and a lot of work.
For a lot of trust, the president right now, the way he trusted Sylvester Grisby, he trusts no one in our executive mansion right now. Maybe 20% trust will be in Stikwa. What's his name? Sam Stikwa. Because he served 12 years. But he and the president have their own issue, right? He and the president had the issue before when he was serving as chief of staff. So if the president let that go and brought him back into the executive mansion, maybe the president can make that a safe pick. But then you ask, what does this Sam Stikwa bring to the table? No international experience on the foreign level, no military experience, no national security experience with everything that going around. I mean, you put Sam Stikwa there, he's like a special assistant office boy. He knows nothing internationally. But would that be the safe pick for the president? Well, you want to bring Modi Kamara in? That's a whole different conversation. The person need to be, I believe the person will be from Lofa, because the person should know how to speak Loma, Gisi, Mende, and all the other data the president can speak. I believe the president will do that.
The language, the dialects as well.
See that?
The late minister speak Kisi, Loma, Mende.
But the late minister issue is way high school when they used to chase the girls there. Hey man, the Grisby issue was different.
Okay.
Yeah, Grisby issue, you can keep President Bwaga under the railroad. Grisby was there. Grisby know how many girlfriends President Bwaga had. President Bwaga knew how many girlfriends Grisby had. The people they married today, they were there. These guys don't have history. Young men and growing up, seeing all the chamune that Grisby and Bwaga. So you cannot do anything different with that. Just forget about that one, Damo. But right now, the puppy got to walk in and somebody say, Chan Chan Chono, he on Chan. Speak the Gisi. Speak the Mende. Speak that dialect. The public got to be comfortable with that person. Who's there right now that he can be comfortable with? If not Sir Johnny. But Sir Johnny is not qualified. Sir Johnny don't want that helix. Sir Johnny want after the government, he come back to roll out there and chill. That's what Sir Johnny want. Sir Johnny is a quiet man. He won't get in nobody way. Sir Johnny had to make people feel bad. And that position enough for Sir Johnny. Because Sir Johnny made you feel bad today, the next day Sir Johnny call you and say, but I wrong you. Sorry, oh. That position enough for Sir Johnny. Sir Johnny website, Sir don't get anybody way. So Sir Johnny is a quiet man. So outside of the executive mansion, that's where I want to bring you down.
Yeah.
I want to bring you outside of the executive mansion. The executive mansion, they are polluted. They're all about stealing. All of them. Maybe I would take Sir Johnny from there, my papi. Maybe, you know. I have not gotten any bad record on Sir Johnny. The only record I get on Sir Johnny, he pushed his nephew, the Samora, then to Freeport as commissioner, to the bank. Those are his relatives. He pushed them to get a position. That's the only thing I get on Sir Johnny. But other than that, I don't have any criminal issue on Sir Johnny that he stole something. No, let's be fair. I have not heard anything, on Sir Johnny that he can steal. No. If he advised the old man doesn't listen, he back off. So let's go outside. Come on. I'm thinking of a few people outside of the executive mansion.
And who are those?
I think let me be quiet. Because I can give you 3 names, and all of those 3 names, one person will be chosen as the next chief of staff. So don't do that on me.
No, put the 3 names down. I want you to give the 3 names. And are you thinking that if you mention those 3 names, they will not be in contention? Or it might sound like you know way too much?
That was so I promised. If you follow us 2 days ago, I said by Monday, after the burial of Sylvester Grisby, I will call these names, and one of them will be the chief of staff. Sarah Bessler Yanti fighting for the position, right? She really want to be chief of staff. Yeah.
Or minister of state.
Yeah, she really want to be the minister of state. She's doing everything possible. Damo, there's a story in the Bible. King Agrippa told the apostle, you almost make me a Christian. So stop pushing to me. Because if you continue, I will be a Christian today. So Damo, you really want me to talk on the one, but let it go. You try, Damo, but just let it go. Because 3 names that is so important.
Why are you waiting for Monday? What's so special about Monday that cannot be said today?
Because I do believe, but next week, President Joseph Boakai will announce his next chief of staff. It is important for him to.
So, are you waiting for the announcement? I thought you have your.
No. I don't want to be. I gave that
unfolding, and you just gave him 3 names because you want to throw the one in between and the 2 as throwing off the scent. So give us the 3 and let's see. There was a time 2023, you were calling numbers. That was, you remember? I still have got a screenshot when the NEC was washing spoon. I still have that screenshot of the NEC washing spoon.
The screenshot on Facebook. So
giving numbers. So what has changed that now you're trying to play?
Because say that again.
Is it that the person in the middle of the other 2 names is your interest? So
I'm satisfied with the names. So let me say, I'm satisfied with the names I'm hearing.
So what are you hearing? What names are you hearing?
I'm satisfied with someone on that list. And I think the nation will be proud when President Boakai announced that person. And I believe, I will say this to you, the president needs help. President don't need somebody that is corrupt. The president needs somebody that is a straight shooter, that is not thinking about 2029. The president needs somebody that can tell Mr. President, this path is wrong. Oh no, you minister, we can't do this for you.
See, you you really, you deflated me just now for somebody who's the custodian of information, to be keeping us in.
It's
like my mom said to call one name too.
It's like he's unsure. Like, are you doubting your sources now? You everywhere, aren't you? Why now? Understanding waters, bro?
No, because here's the issue. Here's the issue, Damo. You tried, Damo. We were having, even today we had a conversation on it, right?
No,
and I told the person, I said this one, I would be far from it. Yeah, I can tell you privately, Damo. I can share with you privately, but I want President Baka.
I will take privately. if you got it,
but CEO, I don't know who. I don't know who.
If you got it through needs. But I enter the chat room. By way, you get into the problem.
I get this on NIM, so I want.
No, but guys, let's do this, right? Welcome to all of you that joining us, share the show. I do believe that President Boga should make this announcement. I do believe so. This is not a joke. I want President Boga to make this announcement. Liberians know that President Boga and myself, we went back and forth on a couple of his appointments. The probably know. People in the family know. And I saw Jojo today in Houston, Texas. He called me. He said, "My Stanton, I'm coming to see you." Jojo. He said, "Stanton, I'm coming to see you." I said, "I'm at your business." We laugh. That's for me. I saw Louis Stamba talking last night. President Boga, the first lady, we wish them well. But I want this to be the announcement from President Boga. The first announcement. I don't want, because if I say I'm rejecting, I don't want people to say, "Oh, Stanton, stay fighting the old man," because of other reasons. I fought President Boga because of his decision to bring some people in the government. And I was proven right. So I don't want to do this now.
And I will stand down on it. My last question on it.
I think the money end, Damo, and I think the money end, and I think it's about to rain. So you don't want to stop your rain. Leave the question alone.
But how can you be threatening me on live radio? I can on live radio, on live TV.
I didn't say anything. I said the month have ended. The month have ended, and it's time to rain. That's all I said to you.
It's been raining cats and dogs in Liberia since the turn of the rainy season. But my last question is there somebody from outside of the executive mansion totally? And just a plus to that question.
So
is there something that has not been in play that many Liberians thought would have been in play from the onset? Just give those two.
So there are three individuals. Three individuals they are seriously considering. One outside of the government, one outside of the executive mansion, one within the executive mansion. Yeah.
And the second part of the question was anybody on that list that Liberians anticipated would have formed part of the initial core of ministers or directors?
Yes.
Okay.
And here's the issue. You got to understand this well. And I'll try to be very careful. One outside of the government, one outside of the executive mansion, and one within the executive mansion. But what actually President Boga wants from this chief of staff? That's the question. What actually does he want? Damo, you must ask us something in this chief of staff. This chief of staff will take you to 2029. This chief of staff will help you to transform your government. Massive corruption in the government, the recommendation will have to be sharp and ready to go. Can this chief of staff do it? Can the chief of staff just sit there and say, "Oh, let it go, let's wait for LCC," and know that LCC will do no jack? Can the chief of staff fight against the immediate political party? Or can the chief of staff agree with the Gregory Coleman and the Oswald 12 style of operating in the security center with the how you call him, Kofi Wu style of operating? Can the chief of staff look in Gaswa eyes and say you lied to the Liberian people? You got folks up there, civil servant, making less than $150 US. Fix it. Can the chief of staff tell Sylvester Yanti that we have record of people outside of the country still receiving diplomatic passport, and you guys still receiving money? Can the chief of staff fight the system, the cartel that is surrounding this government right now? Can the chief of staff look at Sekou Dukle and say, no, you have to cooperate with the lawmakers. We are not here to protect you. What you are doing is destroying this government. Can the chief of staff do that? These are many more things, Darius, and I can say this to you, that the Liberian people need to ask President Boyka, what does he expect of the chief of staff that is coming in? Minister of State. He got to give this person an extra TOR to implement, to execute. No joke individual. Can Sam Stikwa do this? No, he cannot. Sam Stikwa is a moderate. He cool. You want the trouble, you want eat later and go to bed. And after 2029, go back to Asara Vita and start working. Can Sam Stikwa transform that executive mansion? No, he cannot. He was settled, but he cannot. Sarah Bessler running the foreign ministry, she's still complaining. Can Sarah Bessler, can this be done under Sarah Bessler? Is she firing? Sarah Bessler got her own family issue. So Sarah cannot do this. Sarah got to worry about her husband. Sarah got to worry about herself. Sarah got to worry about tomorrow. Sarah cannot do this. So people got to understand who that person. When CDC hear that name, CDC then should go in the opposition hole. No, seriously. Who that person that CDC cannot fight? Because if the old man, President Boyka, brings somebody and CDC hear that person's name, CDC should run. CDC shouldn't fight that person. Because when CDC come on this way, we'll be able to knock them out. So who that person? And that's why I'm just saying, this is the conversation that we need to have. President Boyka brings somebody that is not fire, that is not pepper. CDC will walk on them. The decision of this government will be between three individuals: Kofi Woos, Oswald Twe, and Gregory Kuma. Look at LDA. They brought all their homeboys in as an interim team to run LDA. So, I mean, folks, as much as I have my brother Acid do here, Darius do these seditions, I can tell you right now, it's not a joke. But Damo, you got follow-up question? We can still get about 6 more minutes. By 9:15, we'll run into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got all the recording, the firehole incident, did I share that with you, Damo? The fire incident and all the discovery document we have it. We'll be playing the recording that they have on people and all the document I have it. How can the government deliver this thing to the security guy? The whole 2 boxes of document, they deliver them to the security guy. We're on the street. The guy there park the car and say, "You're taking." I was right there. I took some aid. I was right there, Darius. I recall some. I was right. Wait, Damo, you think I'm joking? I mean, that was a mistake. The guy from the. Let me put this thing up. Damo, I'm joking. I read that. Listen. You see this? I'm telling you, I was right there. I will play all today. I was right there. But you have any follow-up question, Damo? We got to go in the show. You know, I mean, it's so bad.
Progress on with the show. Any other conversation we'll have off camera?
Let's ask Darius. Darius, you got a question for me? I mean, I will take your question as a sedition. We'll ask Asido, and then we'll call the show to order. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always good having you. Let's give Darius a few times to ask a question. Darius, I mean, you shouldn't have questions for me.
I really don't have a question because I'm currently in the UP Gas chat room, and I just reading all of the names that are coming up. Actually, 3 or 4 names, possible names that one could be picked as the next minister of state, chief of staff. So we're hearing names,
you need no chat room, man.
I thought I was
I
coming to
really,
stay in
I really,
no chat room, man. I dare you if you're in chat room, screenshot it and send it. Let's see. You ain't no chat room.
check your inbox.
I'm gonna check my inbox now. You send it to me.
Honestly, there are a few names coming up. So
the only thing you send me, you say I'm in the back. Like the chat room there.
I send it in now, man.
I'll pick you, man. But Isaac,
the chat room.
We'll hold on. Because we're hearing John Molu, we're hearing other names. We'll wait.
Yeah, but John Molu, I think the name John Molu, if President Baga brings John Molu, it means that game over. Game over. If President Baga appoint John Molu, my list don't have John Molu on it, by the way, except when they drop somebody and put him on. But if President Baga appoint John Molu to this position, this government will be one of the best government in the history of Liberia. When John Molu coming in that place, Mama Kabeditina will be running. And that's the problem.
Why you holy water?
Oh yeah, the mega Holy Ghost fire on him. The man is allergic to corruption. And I think that's what President Baga needs though. But it's up to the president. I really don't want to push this thing. Because you push me too much, damn, I know you're doing it intentional that I will say something I'm supposed to say. I also do. It's good to have you. I say you got a nice haircut today. The people are saying it's good to have you, my man.
Well, thank you. Who the president we appointed? I mean, the president has been in power for almost 2 years now. Everybody knows how he takes decisions. The president is not measured. John Modi is not going to be appointed to the position. Our sources have told us few things that our brother Henry Costa is one of those in the lead. So somebody was telling me, say, my man, are these people joking or they really serious? I said, but if people doing a serious thing, ask me if they're joking. I mean, they won't to the place like everything is just a play. Like people really playing nayo, those small things to play. It's just crazy. But listen, there's the government that told us that they were vetting everybody they were appointing. Now the president has appointed more than 200 persons at LDEA, and after they have vetted them to make sure they are the best people, it's been more than 200 persons. But stand on, if you something I came on the show with a heavy heart. If you give me a minute, I really want.
Yeah, but we started the show, yeah.
Okay.
We have pressure. I mean, how you can behave so bad? We have pressure of this thing that I'm asking question. Then you go to your mercy and go rest if you get heavy heart. We don't want your heart exploding on the show, my man.
No, it's actually true. Since I think I unfortunately people will see me as a sedition. So but the good thing of me, I say what I know is sincere and I move on. I don't care about who hears it, who believes it. But the truth is, the people can see it. Those who know what I say is right, they know. I don't have to convince everybody. And like you said, we've not started the show, but I really wanted to talk about, the downward movement of the government. I wanted to talk about infill or an experience that I had as a person, and I know a lot of other people.
Yeah, so we'll come to it, brother Asidu. We will. We just got to. I just thought giving you a chance, to discuss.
I done that part of the UB people. They didn't want to know what they're doing. But everybody knows they put their jokers. They'll appoint Brother Henry Costa, one of the most experienced men they were appointed.
They were appointed who?
Brother Henry Costa, one of the most experienced people.
At the end of the preaching, the church can say amen. So I think on this one, we'll say amen. And that's why we left it with President Baga. I don't think appointing Henry Costa.
Just say amen. You still got me go by that thing again. I said you have to read a boom and then he left it. You see, he's not smiling.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? Thank you for checking me. That's right. I shouldn't even listen to Ase because I know where he's coming from. But
Yeah.
Henry Costa is a nice guy. I mean, let's just stick to the amen. You're right. Let's stick to the amen. Yeah, let's stick to the amen. Let's welcome our brother Gibson Jerry. Gibson, it's good to have you on the show. Please do not come here with bad talking. We gotta monitor you very, very seriously. I gotta monitor you. I was told to watch out for you, especially on this day. I don't know why.
That's good. That's good. I will mind myself. I will mind myself.
But we are where we are today. It's a lot of information coming up. I want to say to all of you, welcome to this phone talk. It's always good coming early to have some sound conversation with Diamond Slanger or any one of the producer. We want to say it's a lot happening. We got all of the document, the discovery document from the prosecutor, the Justice Ministry. It's a lot. It's a lot. And this thing between Besanga family and Yomli Kanga, we'll be playing the part 1, part 2, part 3 for you to see. It's troubling, but hey, it is why it is. Huh?
The season show?
Yeah, and that's why Mommy want also call it season 1, season 2, season 3. Yeah, Mommy want also call it like that. But to me, I would just say that everybody can say what they want to say. But to me, I think this is just another thing, Dama, to see both senators from the same county, going back and forth on this issue. So we got that. We got the fire story. Well, purportedly, they said Dixon Sibo speaking to somebody, say, have you crossed the border yet? The president said, yeah, we have crossed the border. We'll call you once we get there. We'll play all of the audio. We want to tell your friends that on Spoon Talk, we will play all of the audios today. We got over 8 different audios. That's exactly what Gregory Coleman turned over to the Justice Ministry. And the Justice Ministry, the team, the prosecutor team, turned it over to the defense team. And they went to drop it at the gate of the law firm of Councilor White, right? I think that's his name. They drop it at his gate, all right? And they say, security man, give it to your boss man. And these things are concerning. But we'll brush off on the funeral today of Sylvester Grisby. We said that already. May his soul rest in peace. Those that attended, those that spoke, we'll talk a little bit about it. And then we'll just come to you. That we'll do our everyday Saturday program, inviting you. We were able to open this today. We went through this document. Like you can see, we opened it. We opened everything, like you can see. We got a video. We played the video, everything. So it will be an interesting show. All the phone numbers and things will be there. But something just keep on me. I waiting for Paul Kennedy. St. Joseph, new party headquarters. It's been reported this is St. Joseph party headquarters, folks. I don't know why St. Joseph a political leader, but we'll get to that, okay? The next one, the University of Liberia press statement for immediate release, as you can see, is in the chat room. The faculty, the UFA, University of Liberia Faculty Association, saying, what are they actually saying here? Darius, real quick, they're saying they're not going to work or what?
They're on strike. They're on strike, demanding so many things, and that will include salary arrears and all of that. So we'll read that and subsequently and know what they're saying.
They had promised them. I can announce that they promised them and told them, say, listen, we'll pay you guys such and such time, but the government lied to them. They have not paid them a dime, and these people are angry. So Mama Payan is crazy.
But Stanley, if you remember, that was one of my points when I said she would not.
Yeah, I just want to know if Mama Payan is crazy angry. That's what I'm saying. I want people to get me straight up. She's crazy angry. Because she left everything to go make sure that the country education system, especially through the University of Liberia, be better. She got a big vision, right? But she's crazy angry on the fact that she is not getting the necessary support from the government. Gibson, continue, sir.
No, actually, I wanted to just remind everyone there were 4 things I named why she was going to fail. One of the things I said at the time, if you rewind that tape, it was this: the ability of the government to take care of business at the University of Liberia, the strike from the faculty, and if these things are happening and she gets frustrated, and then she resigns, she failed. But when something is happening and you say it, and people think that you are bewishing the government failure. But I said all of this, I knew it was going to come, because the government does not have the kind of support they should have at the university. They went from America. She from America, teaching at a university where you don't have to ask. But there, she got to beg the government. And then the faculty on her back, the students on her back, the board of trustees on her back. At the end of the day, she would just resign and say, look, you know what? To hell with this, I'm going back. And that's why I said at the time that she was going to fail. But again, let's see. Maybe Baka is going to change course and give her what she wants. But this is not a good news for the faculty to strike for money.
Yeah, they are.
So CEO, these are the reasons. They say poor sanitation condition, poor sanitary condition, long standing promotion. Yes,
we'll put it up. I say, what do you think though? I say, I don't want to go to back and forth CDC UP, but we are receiving information that this woman, she got a pen in her hand, ready to send her letter in. She's going to step down. You're muted, Isaac. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but when the lady was appointed, we were right on the show when some of us said exactly what would be true. Like I remember, I used the parable that the pregnancy of a woman doesn't go at the back, it comes in front. And there are other things we have to talk about. But truth being told, again, I don't want to be specific on the woman. The government needs to try a little bit to be sincere, to be truthful. The government keeps hyping things that they know will not happen. As long as they continue on that path, there will always be a problem. When this lady was coming, they made it appear as if the University of Liberia, who have turned the different way to be the university we've never seen. But well, because some of us know we were just quiet, we were sad, we said the right thing, rescue children insulted. This is where we are. No hair, no tay. Yeah, the people here threatening to leave classroom again. When would this government get one thing right? When? When would they get anything right outside of the normal getting public to feel like they're doing the right thing? When? The government is so much interested in the public opinion, they just want to do anything. If they even want, if you mind the government, they can put plenty of papers together and put $100 so to make people happy. But all between that paper, that's also paper there. But because they put $100 so, anybody says, oh, the government get plenty of money, but that's also paper. That's what they do. Like you keep putting yourself in a difficult position. When will they be sincere and do one thing right? They came out and said they owe nobody money.
I think the uptick of bringing someone like Mark Powan to be president of University of Liberia has a good uptick. It looks like a great plan. My problem with the University of Liberia issue from time to time, Isaac, is that our leaders don't care about that university.
Yeah, no, but I don't want to cut you off. You are right. This is what I'm saying. Bringing any good person is good. What I'm saying, they will always happen things that they know will not happen. When the ladies were coming, they made it appear as if they were made the billions of dollars available for University of Liberia to change. Instead of bringing in the woman, managing the people's expectation, the level of happening things.
Let me interrupt you, Isaac. Like Gibson is saying, bringing in Mampaya was a good idea. It was beautiful. But you brought her in, she started from the terrain, that she got to go case lawmaker, you know what, to get money, right? She's not from that terrain. Then you got to go ahead and beg the finance minister, and the finance minister say, give me 10% kickback. She's from a terrain that she will sit there and say, you know what, this is our budget, and we put our budget in, and we expect the money to be in the bank. Cross all the T's, dot all the I's, and all the government or the community want, you produce the best. But in Liberia, Gaswa said, we gave you this amount. They said, no, you didn't give us this amount. The other one left in transit. Can you imagine? You cannot operate like that. The woman, she doesn't, I mean, say what you want to say. The woman, that's not her area. She ain't used to that. So on the flip side, who failed? You think she failed or the government failed?
Well, the failure is in twofold, Stato. The failure is in twofold. She failed, but the biggest failure is the government. When you come to manage an institution and you set up your goal and your goals were not met, you fail. But you can be helped by somebody to fail. Somebody can instigate your failure. Look, if that information you just gave, and I've been following it too from the university, the letter you just put up, I saw that letter as well. If they have said, we want increment in the salary and they are striking, I would say, well, these are normal things. Because they see the woman, so they want to treat them like American school or American university. But they are saying, we have not received our pay. President Baka should know by now that manpower is not from an environment where university students or teachers will be thinking about when to get paid. The woman should go to class. She don't care how the money comes. She know on the 15th or on the 30th, her money is in your account. That's what she used to. So when you are bringing such a high caliber individual from an environment that is used to being smooth, do your best. When you hear the teachers are grumbling, call them right away if it's possible. The Ministry of Education, can you call them? Can you call the teachers for your office and see how you can solve this problem? Why would you want the woman to be frustrated? Because if she can't, like you said, Jenna, case up to lawmakers, that's one of the things she would never want to do.
But
Gibson,
yeah. And people can get mad, it's okay. But this woman, an educator that knows the system, just read about her. People want her to go ahead and beg Gaswa. You know how many times she have called Gaswa, sent her people, and Gaswa said no money? But then they would come on the radio, they would come and put numbers together and cook everything and say, oh yeah, we gave the university $34 million. Go ask Dr. Conner. Dr. Conner said, no, you ain't get $34 million. It was projected, it was allocated, but they will receive the money. Back and forth, they can't answer. So who the middleman that was eating the money? The university will say, we get it. Finance say you get it. It'll be an investigation. They don't sit down there and say, well, we'll call them, we'll see whether we'll confront Dr. Conner, but let's go in the back. Let's go in plenary session. We shouldn't do it in public. That whole story went dead. When Dr. Conner said that we didn't receive all the money, they was first and say, this is the first in history, we put money in it for the University of Liberia. The next thing, they went in the secret hall, in the back. Nobody see the end to that story. Who ate the rest of the money? They won't do the same to Mama Payan. Mama Payan said no. Mama Payan said I will talk because she want to write a book. Her brother-in-law, Prince Moi, you know that her brother-in-law, Prince Moi begging her not to talk, begging her not to resign because Prince Moi recommended her. But the woman is frustrated. Why would the university not open? Who eating the university money? Gaswa, are you listening? Gaswa, now where you came from? Gaswa, how much money you give the university? Gaswa will eat your own. Then he'll tell people, say, oh, Prince Moyi, what do you think? Can we reallocate? So it's all BS. Prince Moyi is your own, baby. I know Prince Moyi is my man. But you know that his brother-in-law wife, that his brother wife, that his sister-in-law, you know that. They know the game that's going on. So who is that middleman? University said we get it. Father Minister said we give it to you. Where the money? Follow the money. So now this woman is so frustrated. Look how beautiful she looks. Charming, happy to come to Liberia and work. Now she's frustrated. She has said over and over, I must go back, I must resign. I must go back, I must resign. Darius, this is, let me bring you in and I bring Uncle Sam. We just got to just discuss this quickly. Talk to me, Darius.
That bull writing bidding, you just told a beating, you just talk.
Don't move around, bro. Don't move around.
Bull writing bidding? So our education system.
So the issue here is that when Dr. Mampanya was appointed, President Bwaka said her appointment marks a new chapter in the University of Liberia history. On the contrary, today, we are seeing over 22,000 students cannot go to school, cannot enter this semester because the faculty are on strike. The University of Liberia is leaking poor sanitation condition. The environment is not conducive for learning. And the president committed to Dr. Mampanya that he was going to invest in the University of Liberia. The government was going to renovate the University of Liberia to make it up to standard. That promise has failed. Look at the budget. You gave the University of Liberia little over 33 million. 80 to 90% of that money goes to salary and other expenses. Nothing is there for the improvement, the upliftment of the university. And the university is contesting that they did not receive even the 33 million. But yet, Minister Gaswa went and placed that to the 2024 budget item. How many other ministry and agency will come up to accuse Minister Gaswa? You putting FICU to university, to institution, to agency, and they are not receiving it. They did not receive it. Just yesterday again, Minister Gaswa was on air telling Liberian people that across the government, nobody makes below 150. A blatant lie. And we are calling on all civil servants who are making less than 150 to go to the finance ministry and surround that place, carry the pay slip. Why would Minister Gaswa be deceiving the Liberian people?
So
the university
just to brush off this, Darius, it is important to know that these people are frustrated. They have convened an emergency General Assembly meeting, which was held yesterday at 11 a.m. on the Capitol Hill campus of the University of Liberia. If you read the entire thing, they are frustrated. They are not only mad with Mama Paya, they are mad with the government. Now, let me ask a question, though. Are we saying that President Bwaka is failing when it comes to the University of Liberia? Is he failing terribly that even Mama Paya want to resign? Where's the money? Who's helping this government? Who's helping the people right now, the Liberian people right now? The student, again, will be all of school. Arrest. The E stand for what? Education. The E stand for education. So what's the problem here? On the drugs issue, that one down. One down. The government is failing on drugs. On education, 2 down. Through the University of Liberia, the government is failing on the University of Liberia. On education, can we go down the line and list every area in this Liberian society that President Bwaka is not making gain? Serious area too. Forget about the foreign affair. We can talk about that. But home, sweet Liberia, children are going to school. The learning environment is not conducive. It's bad. Uncle Sam, let's hear you. Mama Panya, this report is coming. It's just coming very fast. A woman is about to get out. It's rough. It's bad. She's not getting the money. Gaswa said, I gave you the money. She said, I ain't getting money. Who eating the money? Where is the money? How can Gaswa be playing tit-a-toe with a student of the University of Liberia? Uncle said.
Well, Stanton, I'm, a little bit frustrated. Like things that are, I mean, not simple, but things that ought to be done. And, people are supposed to have the conscience and just the decency to get it done. Like supporting the University of Liberia. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. And Stanton, man, every time I come to this country here, I just like feel so discouraged because like I didn't expect miracles from this rescue mission, right? But I expected people to say, okay, that these are the problems, and we can't solve it all at once, but let's begin to nibble at it. They're not even nibbling at the problem. They're not even nibbling. They're letting everything just go haywire. All they do well, and then sometimes they don't even do it well because it's all based upon lies and hypocrisies, is to come on social media and give a distillation of events that don't even exist in the country. The country is running amok. I've been here now for like 4 days, 5 days. The country is running amok. The drug situation is insoluble. It cannot do it with the DEA. The University of Liberia, support to the University of Liberia. President Barker, you got to do something about that. You brought this young woman from America, and she's putting her all into it, and your people are not giving her the support that is required, and you're frustrating her. If this woman resigns and leave Liberia, you know the kind of image it will portray about Liberia not being a serious country? I don't understand that, man. Stand out like your friend, man. You got to talk to them and let them push this old man to begin to nibble at the problems that he claimed that he came to solve. Because the people are getting frustrated and everything is going amok in this country. Very amok. And I know it will start costing me. And I don't give a hell if it costs me. But that's the truth.
Thank you. So it's very important. Let me bring you on up a great. Karis, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're feeling better today. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, Stanton, thank you very much. Let me say good evening to my fellow panelists. Gibson, how are you? I say Samuel, Darius. Why today we more on the show? But it's nice being here, and I on a little break, and I will try to be on and off sometimes. But let me pick up from what Samuel Jackson said. The entire rescue needs to be rescued. The rescuers need to be rescued. From the onset, we said this thing is a disastrous calamity. This is a path of destruction. It's unbelievable that, in fact, if you go back to quick history, President Sadi did not graduate from the University of Liberia. George Weah did not graduate from the University of Liberia. But Joseph Boyka graduated from the University of Liberia. Rachel Kuhn, who is the speaker, I think is still teaching at the University of Liberia, but graduated from the University of Liberia. The current finance minister was president of the student union of the University of Liberia. So with such a beautiful trinity that deals with the financial empowerment of the University of Liberia, because the budget originates from the House of Representatives. It doesn't originate from the Senate. So the power of the purse originates from the House of Representatives with a speaker who graduated from the University of Liberia, and having a president and a finance minister who served as student leader of the University of Liberia. By this time, we thought that the financial problem of the University of Liberia will have been resolved. But again, this is the worst moment I think under the 3 administrations, that the University of Liberia have been in consistent crisis and chaos. Not just in terms of infrastructure, but in terms of payments, in terms of the educational sojourn of the students of the University of Liberia, and everything is just shabby. So where do we turn? Where would the students of the University of Liberia turn? Well, we offer now is talking about go slow action. The president, I knew when they brought this president, the lady as president of the University of Liberia, you can even bring somebody from heaven to head the University of Liberia once the government is on serious to empower heaven. Heaven will not perform. So that's what's happening to the country. Everything in the country, the Sam said, the country is not just amok, but the country is beyond being amok, Sam. It's chaotic. The economic hardship is a strain. They are not telling the Liberian people the truth. It's not ordinary. School is about to open. Believe me, Stanton, 50% or over 50% of parents will not have school fees to pay during this first period. Many of the kids will be out of school. School is opening, I think, 3 days from now or 4 days from now. Imagine that.
Thank you. School is opening on Monday.
Yeah. So just imagine. Take your camera to most of the school campuses on Monday or Tuesday and just get a bird's-eye view and see what is unfolding. Many of the kids will not be able to go to school because parents are not even paying tuitions there. Things are tough. The rescue government have failed in terms of its economic policy. Educational ones that you talk about jobs, they are finished. The educational sector, by now, I thought it was declared free primary education across the country.
Let that hold you right there because we want to finish this. Let me give the rest of the guys a chance to speak on it, but you are correct. The Ministry of Education put out the calendar year for the school, and we will share this, which is so important as we discuss the University of Liberia. But guys, Gibson, let me come back to you. The issue about this woman contemplating resignation, Gibson, is big. And we are hearing that yes, indeed, she will go ahead and write a book. She will go ahead and speak to, speak to the issue, the ills in the country that is affecting the education system. The government, the country highest place of learning, the University of Liberia. Nothing you can compare. You go up, you come down. You can bring all the community colleges there. But this is where it all ends, But for us to see that nobody's speaking, Gibson, isn't that a concern to you? The government are speaking about it. They are all quiet. These people have been asking for the money since President Boga took over. But it's something that they are ignoring them. They have promised them over and over. It's not working. Gibson, but we woke up. And this is what we received from the university, from the Liberia Education, the Ministry of Education. Look at this. How much people should be paying? The public service announcement, and official reopening of school for the 2025-2026 academic year. But first marking period tests, the list, all of that, then they come to the money. Early childhood education, $3,500. First grade to 6th grade, $1,000. 7th grade to 9th grade, $2,000. 10th grade to 12th grade, $3,000. Approved registration fee for public school. That's what they will pay, registration fee. WIC fee, 12th grade, all school free. So they are continuing the George Weah free WIC fee. 9th grade, free, but public school is free, private school is $5,000. 6th grade, $2,000, public school, private school, $2,000. 3rd grade, $1,000, public school, private school, $1,000. Wire processing fee, all student, $150 LD. Important notice, and I like this one, operational permit policy. The annual operational permit cost must equal the highest tuition charge to any student in the school for the year. Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying. Guess what? Let me bring you up to speed. Monday school is opening. Where are we with this announcement from the Ministry of Education? Now we know that we have problem with the University of Liberia. Probably there will be no school opening at that time because of this strike.
Understanding is my understanding is September 1st is pretty much the beginning of the semester of the school year, and it is important. I don't know when the announcement came up, but I know it being the educational sector. So it is a good thing for them to put up the calendar here. It is great. I'm a little bit confused about the money public schools, 6th graders, are going to pay. The 3rd graders are going to pay. I don't understand why the high school wire fee is free, why 9th grader wire fee is free, and 6th grade and 3rd grade are going to be paying money. I don't know if this is a preparatory process fee, or why are they at the lower grade going to be paying for WIAC, and then the people who are at the higher echelon of high school will not be paying? That's something I really. But look, the education system, standard, we should pay more attention to it. We should pay more attention. The Liberian education budget, my understanding, is more than 25% or about 25% of the national budget. If it is national budget, if it's more than 25%, it is a good thing. But we need more into the education sector. High schools, public schools. Just imagine if the university is crying. The high school, is there sufficient support for instructional materials? Is there sufficient support for teacher salary? Is there sufficient support for all of these things that are needed at the school level? It is good to say free education. I'm great. I'm great. Like they said, first high school, grade 10 to 12, $3,000 for registration fee. I don't know if that was even happening before, but if even 3,000 is not that much, but it's the government putting more standard into the education process where the education materials are available.
Thank you.
Because to give a free education is good.
Thank you, Gibson. Thank you very much, Gibson. I don't know you muted yourself, but thank you. Guys, I want us to just brush this off quickly. You understand when the report came on the University of Liberia entrance exam, before I bring in Isido.
Here are the results for the undergraduate colleges. Total registered, 13,130 candidates. Total absent, 614, or 4.68% of the candidates. The total who turned out, 12,516 candidates, or 95.32% of those registered. The total who passed, 2,807, or 28.32% of the candidates. Total failed, 9,299, or 74.30% of the candidates. Total disqualified or incorrect shading of number, 410, or 3.28% of the candidates.
There you have it. Imagine the entrance exam result, right? And we're going to pass from that end and talk to you about the structure. Let's just listen to folks going there every day and taking picture. And then we ask the government, we ask President Walker, we ask every rescuer, are we rescuing the University of Liberia? Are we serious here?
On these advocacies for a year, you have informed the legislature on multiple occasions. But the only thing the listening to is fire and fury. And the Student Unification Party in its resolve is prepared. We are prepared to engage the White House administration with everything we have.
Can you imagine? So you go through, roof leaking, and that's not where people go to learn, and that's where we found ourselves today. But at the end, you see this lady came from a unique university, a unique learning center. She was very impactful. She gave it her all. And she said, I would sacrifice to go to my husband country and try my best to help. But then the government is not helping her. And you know who's suffering? Your children will not be going to the university to learn. You know who's suffering? She can pack up. I mean, that her husband country, that her children country. She make Liberia home. She love Liberia. But imagine, man, the government is not helping. And I think this is one strike on President Bwaka. Will he accept her resignation? Will President Bwaka boldly accept her resignation and allow the country? You know, let me go back and ask you to please bring me up to speed here. Maybe you will close on this. You remember when President Bwaka brought in Ambassador Kone as an interim president, and that whole thing fell between the $34 million, whether he received it or not. Ambassador Kone told me, he said he didn't receive all the money. He said, so the money left in transit. So when Delona was jumping and said he received the money, no, they didn't give him all the money. Like Gafan said, the money left in transit. So who eating this money? I said, close us on this one, and then we will move to the next topic.
Well, I'll close. If you can mute.
Who's in the transit loop?
Yeah, you know.
Can you mute? Okay, yeah. I have this question, and I will hope I can get an answer even in 3 days, 4 days, 1 month, 1 year. What did President Bwaka come to change in Liberia? The announcement we just saw is the announcement for the entire year. So we now have an idea of how the educational side will be for the next year. The things you saw, WAEC, free, George Weah, brought free WAEC. This other one, this, George Weah brought it. It's not about George Weah, but I just want to ask, what did President Bwaka come to change? If it is only for the continuation of WAEC free, why did President Bwaka come? The men that brought the idea of WAEC free, why couldn't he have continued? What has President Bwaka changed? I'm still looking for one thing. What has President Bwaka changed? Let's be fair. George Weah changed tuition-free University of Liberia. George Weah did digitize the University of Liberia. Students that used to stand online to register no longer stand online. Just go on the internet. They go. President Bwaka said, no, it was bad. He is coming to change something. What has President Bwaka changed? One. I remember hearing during the campaign, oh, the people don't want free, or wire, free wire, than the thing. Once you put money in the people pocket, they will pay their own wire. Why is the same thing continuing? What has President Bwaka changed? Gibson, you are a journalist. You may help me. I just want one. The things that were happening on January 22 when George Weah left and President Bwaka got inaugurated, from that January 22 to today, what has President Bwaka changed? What did he come for? What?
I think you answered. Thank you very much, guys. We got to move on. Great. Let me give you a few seconds on this one.
Yeah, as I said, what has President Bwaka changed? He changed the president of the University of Liberia. That's the only change that we know. He didn't change the issue of the WASP payment, because when you talk about the WASP payment, what we left there is what he's still doing. He didn't cancel the payment for 9th graders or 6th graders. He's still maintaining that. What is of interest is that this is not what people walk in the feces waterfall on a faithful day at the ATS. The level of disgruntlement and dissatisfaction that is now growing within the support base of the Unity Party, party members and party affiliates and associates and other supporters, they are getting weary. Some are speaking publicly, some are speaking in the corner. By the climax of this year, I can assure you that it will get nasty internally, because people have come to the realization that a few group of people who are suffering state resources, enriching themselves, they are creating lies and gossips. Look at what Stanton spoke about Professor Connor. A big lie placed on the set, hanky on him, to get him out of the system. Some of the professors have said that they have not been paid. Listen to what the student leader said on the tape. He said, we've been on this team for 1 year. The clip that just played Stanton about the renovation and painting of the building. He said that. He said, we've been on this team for 1 year. Pray tell me, after 1.5 years, 1 year, 8 months, almost 2 years, you can find no excuse, because the honeymoon was just for 90 days or 6 months. Any government, 90 days or 6 months. There can be no excuse. There can be no shifting or blames, because they voted for you to make the change. Unfortunately, the country is running out on the amok. Everything is chaotic. The fight against justice is chaotic. The educational sector is chaotic. The issue of press control is chaotic in our country. The most experienced group of people have proven to be the most inept people running this country. This is a danger ahead, and these people are just caretaker in the meantime, like an interim administration, that you will say, okay, they will soon leave. So we're just waiting for the next 3 to 4 years to get them out of power, because they have failed the state. They have failed people who voted for them. They have failed their supporters. They have failed the international community concern for our country. And because this leadership of the country, they have no international contact, no connect, zero connect, they have failed. This country.
No, you know, before we leave, let me close on this here. Ask a unique question, but maybe my closing would.
I need to close.
Close on it, Uncle Sam, and I will come to you and Harris. Go ahead.
Look, believe it or not, a lot of the people that are in the government are my friends. I know them. Don't mind them, doing this, but we're friends. I talk to them, right? And the one thing I found is that there is no command and control around Joe Boyka to make decisions, hardcore decisions. I'll give you 2 examples. The Minister of State thing here. I mean, you would be surprised the kind of shenanigans that are going around for this thing. One of them at the beginning last night whispered to me, so and so person would be. And then when I said it, no matter, they're fighting amongst themselves to be who will be Minister of State. Then this thing on this a drug issue. One side wants somebody who was on one of our panelists. Another side wants somebody. But the thing is, to open this thing to drug enforcement thing here, there are about 4,000 to 5,000 Liberians with military and police experience in the United States and around the world.
We'll get it, Uncle Sam. Let's finish with the education thing. Uncle Sam, let's finish with the education thing. We'll get it.
But I'm talking about the decision-making mechanism around Joe Boyka. I just want to illustrate that. So something at the university, the woman doesn't have a champion within the Boyka inner circle to push her agenda. That's the reason why she's not getting the support. It is not a priority. It's not a money-eating thing. Nobody will get rich from supporting university. But trust me, if that was a money-making thing, like a concession agreement or some kind of business deal with procurement where they will make some money out of it, trust me, the women are going to get support. But because there's no direct benefit to them for instituting positive changes at the university, so we'll not get it. So the thing is fragmented. It's a fragmented leadership. That's what this is what we're saying. Fragmented.
Thank you, Augustine. Go ahead quickly, Darius. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think Dr. Mampanya has been let down by the president. The president deceived the UL president. All his commitments to the lady has failed. He has failed on all his commitments. One, he promised to pay the arrears of faculty members. That did not happen. The renovation of the University of Liberia, that did not happen. But ask yourself, the ministerial complex, if you check that almost 2 million plus they used to renovate that. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Information Ministry, all of the government ministries and agencies have been renovated and modernized. But yet, the University of Liberia, our state-run university, no attention has been given. Minister Gaswa is from there. The president is from there. A lot of other government officials are from the University of Liberia. Why is it so difficult to allocate 2 or 3 million to upgrade the University of Liberia, to lift the University of Liberia up to standard? Why is it so difficult? You cancel free tuition policy. As a result, the enrollment at the University of Liberia dropped significantly. Even with those who are attempting to go enter the university, out of 13,000 students that start the entrance, you get 9,000 plus that fail. Faculties are on strike because of the condition and salary disparity coupled with arrears. So on education, President Baka failed. Mind you, MCC 2025 scorecard, this government failed in education. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darius. I said though I hate to do this, but you asked a question: what have changed? And that's a broad question, Gibson. I don't know what actually. I want Liberian people to listen to me. And I mean, while we're talking about the education system, it's not a lot have changed. When we talk about drugs, I think the president fought against drugs. Those he continued to appoint that they have let him down and let the country down. And when you talk about the education system, that's another light down. But the president and Liberian people, greater accomplishment that have changed. He changed George Manawea from being president. I think you can ask. You say, what have changed? George Manawea is not president no more. And I think we should find time to, we can talk about the nitty gritty. And Darius, you and Gibson don't lie. When my brother asked this open question, what have changed? The Liberian people will agree that George Manawea is no longer president. That have changed. That have changed. As much as we can fight for better education, as much as we can fight for the control of drugs and substance in the country, well, I would take an independent position today and get under your skin likewise, all the sedition here. And when you ask
independent,
I guess you see, I waited patiently though. When you ask that question to say what have changed, one person is not in the executive mansion anymore, and that person is Dr. George Manawea. That's the change.
That's not change, Senator.
No, Uncle Sam. And I said it. I said I don't want to go there, but I have to.
But that's not change, Senator.
That's change.
Change your personnel.
Everyone talking about quiet. Everyone talking about quiet. What can be quiet?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's not keep being.
The man said he is independent today, so he wants to be
always independent. But y'all got to give him the chance to speak.
No, we allow you. Never doubt speak. Never doubt speak.
Thank you. Okay, so let me make this very, very clear. Our brother asked to do on the show. Ask the big question: what have changed? And I say, to my brother, to sedition on the show, these are all sedition. They are 5 against I alone. I'm not of sedition. All these young men you see on the show, they are all sedition. They are even calling for the fellow sedition to come and add on, but I'm refusing to bring them on. But I would say this to all of you. If I say ask what I've changed, one of the biggest and greatest change is the removal of George Panawea as president. And whether you CDC, you imposition, you opposition, you can look at me with Gibson, look at me like that. It's the removal of George Panawea as president. That have changed. George Panawea is no longer president of the Republic of Liberia. He served 6 years, he stepped aside graciously, and that was the best thing he did, by the way, and I respect him for that. Gibson, I beg for us to move on. We got on a very important topic. Gibson, and that's why I waited. Every Liberian need to know what have changed. John Panawea not in chair no more. And I will stick that and I will move on.
Let's proceed.
Let's proceed. We got plenty of things to discuss. I will just ask it to a question, and I will pin this on them. What have changed? We'll proceed. A lot of stuff have changed, and I will say this open against him. Another major change. Mr. Dempsey got his property. CDC got no party headquarters. That have changed. Can we talk about what have changed? Can we talk about what have changed? Can we be very sincere?
Let's move on. Let's forget about what has changed.
You're running away from it now. You're running away.
Demonstrated that the greater Joseph Bogada to get
so Gibson, you're running away. I thought you asked that what have changed.
I just copy you. You said we should move on. You said we should move on, so let's just move on.
Let's move on. Listen.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So if you get one or two more, you can get 2 more. One or change. That's fine.
No. You said we'll move on. I named one. President Boyer is no longer president. I named the second one. CDC don't have a party headquarters no more. They keep them out, by the way. I can go down the line. What have changed, right? I can go down the line. But seriously, we'll move on. Let's move on. If you want to talk the CDC, we'll talk the CDC. If you want to talk for us to talk about the Liberian issue, we'll discuss the Liberian issue. So on this note, you agree for all to move on? Let's move on. But seriously, guys, seriously, I want to bring this in, right? What is going on in Grand Basa? Let me serious. Uncle, send me for Grand Basa.
No, I'm not from Grand Basa. I'm a Basa man. I'm from River Cess.
That's the same family, man. Not because it's separate River Cess. Okay. Uncle Sam. River Cess people speak Basa people, they interrelated.
The Basa is totally different, Stanton. Totally different.
But Basa, Uncle Sam. You don't spell it totally different. You spell it as Basa. You don't spell it totally different, Uncle Sam. Stop. So, but let me make this case, Uncle Sam. We got an issue with Yombly and Western guy, right? And I'm going to play the Yombly side, and I'm going to play the Western guy side, and I want us to speak on it. I mean, we're trying to push with time. We got another 15 more minutes to be on the show. Let me play this.
Agreement, and then the feeling know that I will not give I will not sign agreement with anybody who does not have license for the tailings. So it's fraudulent. And even a Senator Finlay and the Minister of Internal Affairs and Jean Twan, if they are taken to court, they can be taken to court for it. It's the BM speed. If you know about BM, I guess somebody.
Are you describing Jean Twan and Finlay as BM? Is that what you meant?
Honorable Finlay, Jean Twan, the Minister of Internal Affairs, if they sign an agreement in the absence of license. And allow a company to send 500,000 to the county cannot use it because the company is vexed. The company is vexed right now because they fool them. That's BMC. That's what the children can call it. BMC is fraudulent act. The county should be concerned about that. Because anybody can take that same document and go to court to say these 3 people signed an agreement with the county when the company does not have license, including the Minister of Internal Affairs. It's not going to stop here. I'm doing a communication today to the Minister of Internal Affairs. I'm doing a communication to the Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy, and I'm bringing it to the attention of the President that companies that does not have licenses we're taking money from them, and we can't use the money for our country because the company say we fool them. That's what Step 4 is saying. Step 4 say we fool them. We get them raw document when we know they get license for the tailing. Now they can't do nothing with the tailing because Lands and Mines say they don't have the license. So Step 4 is accusing our country, and they want to sue us for 4.5 million. And he said I shouldn't talk.
So that's a good thing. But the county,
you think all the so
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your point.
So why you think all the lawmakers are talking now when they were not talking before? Why you think the lawmakers they didn't come up before to talk? So I'm saying today to you because the lawmakers think I have any interest. I have no interest. Notre Dame should go. All the other companies right now that ain't got no licenses for already negotiating too. I heard that. All the companies should go. We don't know about state company because they have not done any due diligence. They have not applied to Lands and Mines. So if State 4 want to manage the tailings too, they should wait. When the case is over and Lands and Mines put up the tenure for companies to come bid, then State 4 can apply. And at this time, it should be.
I want us to discuss that before I play the best of God. Let me start with you, Gibson. There's a serious issue happening in Grand Basa, Gibson. That's Yombli Kanga speaking, calling Besonga a pure BM, calling the acting superintendent and the other person that their operation is a BM speed. Gibson.
I haven't heard Besonga yet in this public manner, but Yombli made a very great point. When companies are taken to Grand Basa County to do business and they do not have the requisite government license, and you take $500,000 from them, and that's why she said it is a BM show, because the company cannot operate. You already take a huge amount of money from them. I mean, I differ with Nyobi Kanga on many things, but I think this one she's looking out for the county and for the government. Because if that company sue for $1.5 million, definitely it's going to affect the name of Grand Basa County. It's going to affect government, the central government. But I think we need to know why Besonga Finley as a senator and the internal affairs minister, they are involved into this, and the company does not have license, and the Lands, Mines, and Energy, they are stopping them from doing their job. They shouldn't even be happening. Before any company start a job in Liberia, in whatever locality, in whatever sector, the relevant government power structure must be able to approbate or approve their function.
Yeah, but Gibson, these are Yombli allegations. We gotta wait a year from Besonga.
I said going by her allegation. I have not heard
listen to Besonga will speak from a fair position. We need to listen to both of them first. At least we'll listen to
here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
So Gibson, let me play Besonga. Gibson, let me play Besonga. Let me play Besonga. You fair? Let play Besonga.
Yeah. But just to bring those speed, we had the senator Nobly on the line, and she described the signing of the deal with Stilford that your signature is on, along with James Dwayne and others, that all of you had a BM deal. That's a BM speed. And she also said she got no link to Notre Dame. She got no interest in a particular company, but the right thing should be done. But you asked the caucus chairman, did you sign a BM speed document? That's the question.
Well, Senator Lawrence is a liar. And she lied all the time. She comes to the Basa people with lies. She needs to stop lying. Basa elected 7 leaders. The signature, first of all, Notre Dame has no memorandum of understanding with Basa. It was nullified by the courts. Their license was canceled by Lands and Mines when we entered the agreement with Stilford. Stilford itself has a license that been granted to them by the Minister of Lands and Mines. So what is she talking about? Why does she always exhibit ignorance when she comes to the people of Basa? It needs to stop. The caucus sat there 6 members of the caucus sat there. I will respond appropriately with all of the documents to show the Basa people and like people of Liberia that Senator Lawrence is a liar. I will do that.
But why do you think she want to lie on you and other members of the caucus?
Well, maybe she's trying to find a way. You know, election is coming around the corner, and people are scrabbling for favoritism to try to impress people in Basa or Liberia. But the facts, you see, I don't rush. I heard things she said the last time that it was illegal. There's nothing illegal we have done. We're representing Basa. We are in the interest of Basa. And if anything that can going to go and sue Basa.
So, Gibson, let me give you one more minute here. This is getting very, very serious.
So, I'm sorry, I have to take it like this. First of all, I have a problem with the journalist questioning. I think the journalist wanted a gotcha moment. What I would have asked, I would not talk about, even the BA, if I would talk about it. Senator Nyombli raised specific issue that this man, this company was not registered, did not have license, and they gave $500,000 to Benson Guy and others, including the Internal Affairs Minister. Is it true, Senator Finlay, did you people receive $500,000 from this company? Is it true that this company was not licensed? Is the company licensed? Because they said the company license was revoked. So I think the line of questioning by that journalist, I got a problem with it. I think the president, the journalist wanted a gotcha moment. But Benson Guy did not have the situation. To promise to give evidence is not giving evidence. When somebody comes to you and say, what you are doing is a BM show, and you say she lied, you didn't prove that she lied. You say you will give document later.
But guess what? We gotta leave with Gibson. Yombly didn't give any document either.
Yeah, but he has the document.
No, but Gibson. Yombly is accused. Yombly is putting out allegation. They were just called in. It's not time that he walked into the studio and said these are the document. No. He was responding immediately to Yombly allegation, where you want him to send document and why he responded immediately. There was impromptu situation.
He doesn't have to give a document in studio, Stanton. If I accuse Stanton and say Stanton took $500 from Isaac, because Isaac did not.
I don't even have $500, so yeah.
My point I'm making is already I have a problem with the way the journalist proceeded with the questioning of.
Yeah, but leave journalists alone. Bigger issue.
Benson Guy Finlay did partially answer or spoke to what Nyombli said. He said the poor license were revoked by the Ministry of Lands and Mines. And Benson Nyombli Kanga's contention is the company was not licensed.
Yeah,
and
but you got to listen. Guess I want us to go. Probably didn't listen to Yombli clearly. Yombli is not saying that the $500,000 were given to Benson Guy family. Yombli said the $500,000 was given to the county through the superintendent, but the county cannot use that money as a
because they are not licensed.
Exactly. So take your time and listen to Yombli.
No. I got that. That's true. That's what she said.
Jason, you need to listen to
the county cannot use the $500,000 because the company was not licensed. Why would they do something like that and bring a company that are licensed?
So let hold you there. Let them bring it. I say you know Benson Guy. You for both of them. Benson Guy said as spoken before, but something Benson Guy said at the end, and I know you'll make your point. You know, election is around the corner. Take it away from me, Isaac.
Exactly.
Now you put a spin to it. So
no, but Gibson, we have to speak to the reality.
He said it.
You and I know that Yombli has never cared about Grand Basa before. Gibson, when the last time throughout your political life, when last you've heard Yombli say anything about Grand Basa? Do you remember anything she has said about Grand Basa any day? what do you think she should now be saying? And you know what is interesting? I'm sure for the entire life of Madam Kanga, she had never used the word BM. She has started using the word BM now in 2025. The madam is now part of the rescue government, where you find endless amount of BMs. So now she knows what BMs can do. She has never used the word BM. Check her entire life. She is surrounded by too many BMs now, so she knows what BMs can do. You know, everyone can disagree from different angles, but if you were to put Madam Kanga one side and Besinga Finley one side in Grand Basa, I can tell you, more than 70 to 80% of the people of Grand Basa will take the side of Besinga Finley, because he is an ideal that have always represented Basa. Yomli Kanga has not. It has always been about her empowerment, about empowering her family. Look at the government today. Most of the appointments we've had problems with have always been Yomli Kanga's recommendation. It's not about how the Basa people can benefit as the result of her leadership. It is about how she as a person and how her family, her friends, her in-laws can benefit. How on earth a woman who have served for so many years, and have never a single time spoken of Grand Basa in any way, will now at a sudden know about BM and just talking about BM to an astute still salesman that all of us have known. So
let me hold you. I'll give you time. I want to ask you a quick question, Isaac. So Yomli say, I'm going to lay a complaint to Joseph Boakai, the president. Did you hear that?
I wanted to echo that.
Yomli say, I'm going to lay a complaint. I'm going to lay a complaint to Joseph Boakai. I will let everybody know what you're doing in this place, what you guys doing. So the question people ask is that who appointed the superintendent? Who brought in the other madam? But go ahead, Isaac, talk to me.
I was coming to on it. She is not just talking about Besunga Finley. She is also putting there the superintendent that was appointed by the very person she says she run into to lay complaint. The whole thing is a funny movement. Think about it. Picture everything she's saying. A company came that is not licensed. A company gave X money. The county cannot use the money. I'm not sure if I grabbed that really part. If a company gave a money, did they need a license from the company that gave the money for the county to use it? I'm not sure. Or the money is subjected to certain license that the company should have gotten. But at the end of the day, my brother, some guy said it right. It's just about the politics and about the elections around. The madam is trying now to get some kind of a favor somewhere, just so people can say, oh, the madam talking about Grand Basa. When everybody knows she has never said nothing of Grand Basa.
Let me ask you, Isaac, let me ask you a question. At the end of Besenga Finley's statement, he said he confirmed that this company license was withdrawn.
Right.
At what point did they receive the money? Why did they receive the money on behalf of the company or of the county?
Well, the person you should be asking that question should be Yomli Kanga. She was the one who actually brought the issue on forward. I'm not sure you'll be asking me. What Besunga said is that she doesn't say the truth. And of course, there are lots of things we can point to that will make him right, because too many times she's been involved into things that turn out not to be true. Even the appointments in the government, most of the people who problems surround in this government have been her recommendation. That's what I said, my brother. This is nothing besides politics. She just want to get some kind of a favor for the people to see her as, oh yeah, Madam Pro Tempore. Say she's become Pro Tempore. What has Grand Basa County benefited from her leadership? Nothing. The only thing you can boast of her is that she is good at appointing her family member, her in-laws, her friends to government position, and that's it. Now that we're going to election, she feels she can use a very popular Besunga Finley to ride on some kind of whatever she's trying to do to gain favor. I don't think that's good.
Thank you. Uncle Sam, what do you make of this? We saw your post, Uncle Sam. You're speaking on this thing aggressively too. So talk to us.
Look, you guys are missing the whole thing. Let me speak to my Liberian people. 11 million 600,000 tons, 11.6 million tons. The price of iron ore, center feed, which is the benchmark, is $103. Most of the quality of the ore on our ground is about 68% Fe, which is 68% iron, right? It's been sitting there for dozens of years. It's weathered. The quality of that, of the iron content has increased. It has not vanished, because the longer it stays there, the iron content increases, right? So here it is. You have Grand Basa people, 11.6 million times 103, that's about $1,194,000,000. That's the gross value. So if the Fe content is 68%, I just said 70%, so that's $835 million. You hear me what I'm saying? $835 million. Let's get ridiculous. Let's say 50%. That's $500 million sitting down there. You're stupid enough for a company to come and give you $500,000 to take it and pay you a measly, maybe income tax or maybe royalty. This is the mindset that we have in this country. Why you can't form a Grand Basa Development Corporation? Give yourself the asset. Do a business plan. Buy 100 trucks at $50,000 a piece. Is how much? $5 million. Construct a conveyor belt with a business plan at $15, $20, $30 million. The ships come, and you get most of that $500 or $800 million for the county. They've been exploiting you from Blanco time. That thing been sitting down there. And you're going to give it with some, I don't know, what people, green people, yellow people, white people. You will give them $800 million worth of tailings that's sitting down there that don't have to be mined. You just have to just put a scoop there and put it in a truck and put it on a ship. You don't have enough brains to do that. This is the country you find yourself in. Then the two senators are arguing over which company will get it so they can get $500,000 for the county. The whole thing is stupid. It's ignorant. It doesn't make any kind of sense. That's why we are Mumu country. They take advantage of us because we are not sophisticated. This is the reason why you have rich land, poor country. That's $1 billion worth of assets sitting down there. If you're fighting over it with $500,000, the whole thing is stupid.
Thank you very much, Darius. Let's hear you on this one.
Yeah, so the back and forth, I think, is just damaging to the county, Grand Basa. Looking at the two senators, the leaders of the county, and with those changes, I think it is so sad and unfortunate. But let's look at the pro tem allegations. She said the Steford Mining Company D is fraudulent. Senator Besonga and the county council chair helped to facilitate the D outside legal framework. But why is she speaking now? She branded them as BM. And she said the caucus of Grand Basa is not in the know or wasn't in the know. But why the caucus members, including the caucus chair, is not speaking to this from a different perspective? Why only the pro tem is raising this alarm? The question is, if she was going to be involved in terms of signature and what have you, we're never going to hear this. That's how it works. She has been excluded. She has been left out of the process because we have not heard any of the caucus members from Grand Basa speaking, supporting her claim. It shows that she has been left out. So when you are left out of these kind of a deeds, then you come out to speak, and that is deception. That is the hypocrisy. And Senator Besonga is saying she's a bold-faced liar. The allegation is too huge, and the back and forth. I think it is just unfortunate. They need to go and address this because it is not offering anything good for Grand Basa. If it is politically motivated, then I advise wait for 2029. But the early fight, it will only be detrimental to Grand Basa and the people of Grand Basa.
Well, to me, I think that how you call it, Western guy will have to speak more forcefully on this issue. I believe so. I think Western guy should come up clear with the document he say he has, because these allegations from Yombly against Western guy and the rest of the team members, the caucus members, they are damaging. Remember, Yombly is a pro-tem. They are on recess right now. Yombly is accusing Hokoli, Western guy family, and say you're BM. What I tell you, how do they operate in the Senate? Yombly, the pro-tem. The Western guy coming by and say, don't worry, that all election talk, 2029 around the corner. Is Yombly running? Will Yombly run 2029? Is Yombly preparing herself, positioning herself that somebody will take her as VP? Let me bring in a Carol script because you have not spoken. The great man, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I don't think, sorry that I went off. I mean, I went in the bike. But you know, you struck very important points. First, I'm disappointed in the pro-tem. All due respect to the pro-tem. The pro-tem has immense authority to summon the companies. That's the pro-tem of the Liberian Senate we're discussing. It's not no ordinary potato we're talking about. The pro-tem correct a communication, someone in the company, someone in those authorities, the superintendent, the Minister of Internal Affairs that she spoke about, they can bring them to the plenary. They can have a public hearing, or they can send them to the relevant committees on lands, mines, and energy, and maybe judiciary. They can send them there. So why would the pro-tem run away from that oversight authority and go and complain to the president? You're complaining the superintendent to the president. You're complaining the Minister of Internal Affairs to the president. You're going to complain Besonga Afine and all senator to the president of the Republic of Liberia, and you have neglected your constitutional authority of an oversight and representation. That's the first failure by the pro-tem. It shows that the pro-tem doesn't understand the constitutional function given to the pro-tem by the people of the Republic of Liberia. The next thing it brings to attention is that the pro-tem has lost control over the Basa caucus. It speaks volume, because the pro-tem is saying she accused Besonga, and Besonga is the chairman of the caucus, and she even complained in the caucus. So how can you be a pro-tem of a county and you lost control over your caucus? I think the 7 or 8, I don't know, but I heard about 7 signatures, something like that. Besonga is the chairman of the caucus, and being the chairman of the caucus, he has been given the green light by the caucus. He doesn't work for Yombly. He serves the interests of the caucus. So if the majority of the caucus gave him the go-ahead to attest a signature to stay for a company that has a lesson, because there are 2 companies, and I think Gibson is making some mistake. Stanford has a lesson. That's the company for which they attested a signature, and 500,000 is deposited into Basa's account. And untouched 500,000 to the county's account under the county's social development funds. It cannot be touched by them. Nobody go and use that money. It's not possible for the lawmakers, because they are not signatory to the account. So Besonga cannot sign for that money. That's not possible. They are not signatory to that account. We got, in fact, the superintendent for fiscal affairs that has a signature. The project management, the PMT head, those are signatory to the account for the county. So it's not possible to say that Besonga are going to withdraw money for that. That's the first thing. The next thing here is that Notre Dame is the company who normally affects a signature to in the past. They were part of that company, because there's a struggle between 2 companies you're talking about. Notre Dame lesson was withdrawn by the Ministry of Lands, Mines, and Energy. The Basa caucus took Notre Dame to court. That's another company. They took them to court. Okay?
I beg you, Honorable Gray.
To challenge the withdrawal of their lesson.
Honorable Gray,
They ran to the court. Then they took an appeal to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court sent them back to the lower court.
Can you hear me? Honorable Greg, can you hear me?
You getting me?
Yeah, I get to you now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, I think we got issue with Greg. I want to take Greg out. Guess you can hear me, right? Okay, I want to take Greg out, bringing Representative Gaswa, Thomas Gaswa, District Number 5, Grand Basa County on the show. And Greg, just get out and come back in. I'm begging you. Your internet is stripping. I hope you are hearing us. I want you to be part of this. Let's welcome to the show Representative Thomas Gaswa. Representative, good evening. Good evening. Where you are? Good evening. I believe you stay in Liberia. It's good to have you on.
Yeah, good evening, Stanton. Yeah, I'm still in Liberia.
Thank you very much. District Number 5. How's the district? How's your people?
Well, the district is relatively okay. We're taking it one day at a time, doing what we were elected for in representation of the people.
I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate. Yes, I do appreciate. Thank you very, very much. Let me bring it Honorable Gray. Honorable Gray, sorry, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Are you getting me now?
Yes, sorry, I was trying to let you know that Thomas Gaswa, represented District Number 5, Grand Basa County, was coming on to speak on this issue. So you heard discussing the back and forth between Young Blikanga Lawrence and Basanga family. Both senators from your county. Talk to me. Well, what's the inner story here?
Well, first of all, I got a little disappointed when heard the senator label her colleagues, including the superintendent, the county council, the minister of internal affairs, and her colleagues on the legislative Koga BN, which is just another connotation of being a criminal. This is something that we frown on, and we thought that her choice of words were really, really harsh in labeling her colleagues like that. The issue with the utilities in Basa is something that has been going on for quite some time. The reason why the Stiefel thing has come up and it has taken another trend is because Stiefel came up recently with an allegation concerning the renewal of the license, and they were blaming the Ministry of Mines and Energy of delaying in giving the license, also blaming the caucus and the county leadership for not working after the licenses, which we thought was wrong. The county had nothing to do with the, renewing the license. And the reason why the ministry did not issue any license or renew the license was because there's a case currently before the Supreme Court with Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame entered an agreement with the county sometime in 2020 during the Weah's administration. And during that time, there were clauses within the memorandum of understanding that we signed that for revision. After 3 years, we will go for revision of the MOU. And during that period, Notre Dame did absolutely nothing with the license. I must state that under the mining laws of Liberia, when you are issued a license, the ministry has the right to revoke or cancel that license after 1 year, when you have done absolutely nothing concerning the license that were issued. And so because we in the county, we had issues with Notre Dame, they were holding on to the license, apparently holding on, looking for, trying to flip it, and looking for people to come and do the investment on their behalf. The county decided not to do business with them. We filed a case to the Second Judicial Circuit Court in Grand Basa, and after all of the hearing and things, it was adjudged that the memorandum of understanding with Notre Dame and Grand Basa County be canceled. It was canceled legally. It was done with. Notre Dame has no business in Basa between they and Grand Basa County concerning utilities. It was canceled. And so the Mines and Energy also, because the utilities issue were coming out, there are other people having interest. They thought that the Notre Dame license were not active, and so they canceled it because there have been 3 years after the license was issued to Notre Dame, and they canceled it. And so Notre Dame did not do anything until this memorandum of understanding was signed with Steve Ford, and they decided to go to court. They filed a case to the court, in the Supreme Court, and they said that they were not giving due process in canceling the license. They didn't say that Grand Basa canceled the memorandum. They got no case for Grand Basa. They said that the license that was issued them by Mines and Energy, they were not accorded due process. And that's a constitutional issue. So the Supreme Court instructed the Ministry of Mines and Energy to go into it. After the order the representation, the ministry still insisted that yes, the license is cancelled or revoked because they didn't do anything. Then they filed an appeal to the Supreme Court, which is before the Supreme Court now, for which the case is going on. But the memorandum of understanding was we still thought it was nothing illegal. The law says that in order to get a license, to obtain a license from the Mines and Energy Ministry, you must first obtain a memorandum of understanding. The time Steve Ford had, there are 4 licenses currently concerning that tailings. Notre Dame had 3, and a smaller portion, that around 10% of the tailings, is owned by Steve Ford. The license were issued to Steve Ford, and so the Steve Ford approached us with that 10% of the tailings issue, and they came up with a memorandum of understanding that states the county will receive 10%. Will receive 10% of the gross sale of the tailings to Grand Basa. And there are other how do you call it? There are other benefits that will come. If I have the time, I will forward all of these documents to you so that you will have it. So that memorandum of understanding was reached by the county authority, the superintendent office, the county council, and it was brought to the public's attention. And when it came to our attention, we said, well, we want to review it before you people can do any kind of signing. So when it was brought to us, we noticed that there was no revision clause within the agreement. And because the TDC had gone on, we wanted to see how potent the company was. And so we said, upon the signing of the agreement, 500,000 should be deposited within the county's account. In no way implied that we're giving a daily stock for 500,000. No, that was an initial deposit that when it starts to ship out, it will be deducted from the 10% that will be given to the county. And so that's how the agreement went. And so after we review it and everything, we saw that, well, this is okay. We asked the county authority, and it says, all right, you satisfied with
Representative Gaswa, you know, listen, I hope you're in Monrovia to come. I can send you the link maybe tomorrow or on Monday you join us. It's very interesting, and sorry that we, at the end of today's program, but we want to hear more. What you're explaining is totally contrary to the allegation Yombly is making against her colleague Besonga family and that of the council people and the superintendent. I mean, why do you think Yombly taking such a position, knowing what you just said, hearing you, and why Yombly know? Is Yombly misinformed, or she intentionally spreading these lies against those people?
Well, the second, I would say that for every time there's a caucus meeting called, for every time since we got in office in 2024, the current the program has attended only 2 caucus meetings. She does not attend caucus meeting when it is called. Sometimes she even call these meetings and she will fail to attend. And so decision reached will be posted in our chat room. And so I really don't understand how she came up with the decision that she's not in the know. That's not true. Every decision will be
so I'm sorry. So the case is in court, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So the case is in court, and Yombly is defending the company now, right?
Well, I know she had discussion with Notre Dame people. The Angela Liz said that they had reached out to her. She was invited to Ghana.
Who's Angela Liz? The famous Angela Liz invited Yombly to Ghana. Who brought in Notre Dame?
Angela Liz is the proprietress, the CEO for Notre Dame.
And the Notre Dame invited Yombly to Ghana.
I know they have discussion. Yes, she went to Ghana and met with Notre Dame.
The Thomas Gaswa, I will make sure that your transporter will be in the school studio on Monday. We drop everything you do and bring you.
Can I ask a question, please?
Everybody will ask, Uncle Sam, everybody want to ask the representative question. Yeah, everybody want to ask because this is concerning. Under the list is name is mentioned again. And representative, we're going to close on you, but please allow the folks to ask you the one powerful question, and then we can continue on Monday. Uncle Sam, you go first.
Gaswa, okay, so let me ask you a question. Yeah, you are a very intelligent young man. What do you know to be the value? Has you guys done any kind of analysis to determine what is the gross value of that iron ore? That's the first question I want to ask you. Do you have any idea what the gross value is?
Yes.
What is the gross value?
The tonnage as it is now in its state is 11 million metric tons. After they will be concentrated to give you 62.5 Fe content. They will reduce it further to around 5 million metric ton. And so aggregate it should be around 600 million, something like that.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you said $600 million, right?
Approximately.
I mean, that's an estimate, but I'm seeing 800 million because I know the sector better than you guys. Okay, so and I've done the analysis. I know FE center fee. I know the whole stuff. Like I know the whole global thing. But let me ask you a question. As smart as you are, where your mom born you in Basa, why would you give a foreign company 90% and you own the thing that's still sitting out right in your own yard? Why would you get a 90%, take 10%? They don't have to mine. There's no mining involved. It's only about shipping. Why would you get in 90% and take 10%? That didn't make any kind of sense to you.
So there were a couple of things that were involved with it. The level of investment to begin with that the county doesn't have. It will take around approximately 50 to 60 million to start with the shipment of the ore, because there has to be a concentrator constructed, and there are other capital expenses that will be needed to commence. And after that, when you subtract the expenditure of whatever will be and government fees that will come out of it, in the wisdom of the county authority, they didn't have that money, and so.
Okay, so
Uncle Sam, I beg you, you gotta keep that. Uncle Sam, you gotta keep that. We're begging.
Let me ask you one more question.
Yeah, one last one because we gotta go.
One more question. You see that the capital investment to move $800 million worth of ore is only $50 million. And you guys don't have enough sense.
He said no. He said that's not what he said. Allow him to repeat himself. Uncle Sam, he read on the show. Allow him to repeat himself, please.
Okay, so what is the capital expenditure that will be made to take the ore, or how much?
So based on what we've seen so far, what have been presented to us, the minimum. Not the actual, but the minimum that they say will be required to commence anything, including the shipment of their equipment, the construction of the concentrator, is roughly around 50 million.
I beg you. Uncle Sam, wait. But I beg you, please hold on 1 minute, guys. I beg you, I have to take it.
Wait, Stanton, you wait. That means they have not done a feasibility. So if you tell you about estimate,
the man is not on. Sam, he's not on. Stanton went over him. So probably you want to wait, or you just make your comments.
I'm saying, but let me tell them about Liberian people. So what the representative is telling me is that he has not seen a project document with verifiable capital expenditure to remove the ore, but they're giving a contract based upon speculation. They have not decided yet how much the feasibility to extract the ore, but you're giving them a contract based upon what? What are you depending on to determine the capital cost, the capex, operational expenses, which is a feasibility before you give them a contract? This is the problem with Liberia. They don't bring in the experts to make a determination as to what the capital cost, if they think of the feasibility to remove the ore, and they're giving the people a contract. And you say everything is an estimate.
Okay, let me ask my one question. My one question, Bodos, on what you're saying.
Uncle Sam, I meant to cut you off. I was just getting confirmation that Senator Gbesonga Fende would be with us tomorrow, one-on-one with the CEO. And that's why when I said, Uncle Sam, hold on, I was trying to say, please give us a break, but you kept on talking. Let's calm down. I know, but we have to.
Let me ask you one question.
So that's why, can we take Gibson Jerry question, please?
Yeah, let me get Representative Gaswa, thank you for coming on. It was very, very, very good for you to come in. My concern is nobody made a specific allegation. I'm discounting the word BM and all of that, which is like making flour, but she made specific allegation. Number one, the company does not have a license. Number two, the company gave $500,000 out to the county that the county cannot use. Are these allegations true?
So like I stated earlier, it's within the agreement that was signed that an initial $500,000 be deposited to the county's account, so that when they start, that amount will be removed or be deducted from whatever proceeds will come to the county, because the $500,000 is still within the county's account. Concerning the lessons, like I told you, Steve has a license for around 10% of where the tailings are deposited. They have a license. Why they didn't get the other 3 licenses is because they had some issues with the mines and energy that they needed to go rectify and the EPA, and so they placed their license under review. But why the ministry came up recently with that statement is not because Stephen made an allegation against the Ministry of Mines and Energy that the ministry was delaying issuing the license that covered the entire tailings, which was not true. The ministry did not go into any agreement for issuing license because of the case that is currently before the court. So Stephen do have a license, but it doesn't cover the entire tailings area, just a minute portion.
Thank you.
So, are you going to get that money back, the $500,000, just in case Stephen did not get the contract? That $500,000 is refundable, or it's just a cold water for the county?
No, it's nothing like cold water. That is money that was placed in the county account that will be deducted for whatever proceeds will have come to the county. Okay. The fact that Stephen isn't operating is just in good faith that the money is held until something could come out of it. If all they are given the license, then the money stays. If not, the money will be refunded, because that's no good business deal that somebody will pay money and they don't get the worth out of it.
Thank you. Let me bring in Honorable Gray. Honorable Gray, it's good that we all know, guys, we got about at least 2 more minutes to the pushes. That Gbesonga will be joining us tomorrow and we'll get more into this story. I'm so grateful that I was able to talk to him. He's coming tomorrow to have this conversation. Gray, let's hear you. Your question for Gaswa.
Yeah, it's good that you get Gbesonga on the line, and I hope Nyomli could join, because I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, I want to reach out to Nyomli. You're quite correct too. You're right.
Yeah, I hope they will join, because what I'm gathering, you see, I just off and on. I'm gathering too many things. But I just wanted to ask my friend, Representative Gaswa, these 2 companies, are they Ghanaian origin? Do they have Ghanaian link to both companies? Before I ask
Notre Dame is owned by Angela Liz, which is a Ghanaian. Steelford It's a company that has its chairperson, one Amos Toga Swige, he's a Liberian. But I think he got partnership with other Indian and Indonesian. But the company is, according to the business registration, is Liberian owned.
So the other company, the company with the 10% is Liberian owned.
Yes, they are still Ford.
Yeah, the individual.
And also, aside from Steve Ford and Notre Dame, there are other companies that have expressed interest. So this is something that has been ongoing. It's not that the decision has been reached as to who to operate the tailings. Steve Ford is one company. There's another one called Liberia Tailings. Another company that expressed an interest was Swan Mine West. They have been holding consultation with the community and the county. And so there are a couple of companies that have expressed interest. It's just that we have decided that we don't want to do business with Notre Dame because they didn't treat us fairly, and whatever memorandum understanding that they had still have been canceled, and now we know our discussion with them has been closed.
Yeah, but they are in code. Am I right?
Well, they are in code with the Ministry of Mines and Energy, not Grand Basa.
Thank you.
Okay, but my final question is, why you think Putin Nyomlikanga fire so much and was inflamed? Why you think the motivating factor?
That's a political question.
Come again?
I beg you, please wait. I beg you, that politician are talking to a political man. Jason, please.
Ask the question again. He wants you to repeat your question, please.
Representative Gaswa, my question is that why you think the Putin has burst in flame? Is there something that we don't know that is happening behind the scene of financial exchanges that she's so furious about? What's your opinion on it? What do you think about that? Especially we're using hash words like somebody is a black money man or BM, you know, all of those things. So why you think, what's the motivating factor for those kind of acrimonious outbursts?
Well, I can't be specific to that because I don't know from when she coming up. But the thing is, I don't know why it is now, and in fact, these things have been discussed, and the caucus are giving the approval to the chairman to go on to witness. And the thing is, the agreement with Notre Dame, for which he supposed, the same procedure was done. It was signed by the former Superintendent Janje Babe and attested or witnessed by the former chairperson, Vincent Willie. Similar thing happened with this. So I don't know where did she come in. I don't know from when she's coming up, but I just think that her choice of words on her colleagues, that it's not only to Besanga. The caucus, 6 members of the caucus gave the approval to Besanga to witness the agreement after consultation with the county leadership and the county council.
Okay. I want to squeeze the last question from Darius though, because we have to end the show. It's thundering in Liberia and we have to save the equipment. Darius, squeeze in your one question now.
Yeah, so thank you, Representative Gaswa, for coming in for the clarity. The pro tem said, away from DM, she said that the caucus wasn't in the know, or the caucus is not in the know, but you have come to provide a clarity that the entire caucus gave the approval of the T4D. Do you think the pro tem, besides what Honorable Weston God said that she always lies, do you think she did so because she wants the other company instead of the T4D?
I would want to think so. But like I said earlier, there's no member of the caucus that doesn't know we have discussed this in our caucus meeting, and it's been discussed in our chat room. Our document is still in the chat room.
Thank you very much, Thomas Gaswa. Man, my friend, thank you. We hope to have you in studio that we can dig deeper. We appreciate your call in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Ooh. And I want to say thanks to Abla J. Abla J doing extremely well in Grand Basa. We send a shout out to them for these different recording. So Angela Liz is back in the picture. The connection with Angela Liz and some other senators, we discussed it, but we can announce that I spoke to Senator Basa Finley. He's here in the United States, by the way, not too far from me. And we saw him at the funeral of Sylvester Grisby. He will be joining us here to discuss these different issues tomorrow, one-on-one with the CEO. I want to say to all of you, thank you very much. I'm sorry, guys, we have to leave it there. I want to also play these different recording, these discovery. I can promise you, if you follow us tomorrow and Monday, we have all of the different discovery. We'll be playing them. It's very, very important. Just to give you a tease, I just want to play one small one. You know, when you're asking your brother for food and say, just give me small, just give me small, just small. You know, I want to play one small one real quick. Then I will leave you. But guys, because of the weather condition, we want to save our equipment. We will leave everything here. Sorry, you know, it's raining the cat and dog in Liberia right now. But let me play this small one. We got all of the recording, and I think this one will be better to play. Let's listen to the one. I think this is the one. Okay. This is one of the evidence. So we have over 11 recordings.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I mean, me and my man, we fight. Okay, so and the security about 5. The security about 5. Yeah. So the security man, you get him $50. Okay. Yeah. Then you and your man, you have to high quality. Then you have more police there.
They both sharing money, oh. That the evidence we're going to Koga, oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Then you get the money there. I buy a minute.
Come on, they both sharing money.
Yeah, with 350, yeah. Okay. So the 250 for here a minute, and they bring the word out of me, yeah? Okay. All right. They have to the garage. Okay. You bring let me yesterday. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we come. You say my package chairs one side. So
more package chair one side.
Package one side. You say my package one side? Yeah, my ticket from the game. Package one side. Okay, but then they tell me. Before he leave the building, he call me. Maybe if I on my way, then you go me to my get place. Okay. All right.
So I will. So this one finished. We got almost 11. You heard. I want you to just stick to my package chair one side, so they get a $500 to do that. Now they got to share the $500. Somebody take 50. Get a security man at $50. Yeah, keep the $100 for me. The other, how much remain after you get the 50, the $100? These are the evidence going to court. We have the whole discovery. It's very, very interesting that you want to listen. Let me play one more. Just one more small one.
Representative Gaswa name is still crawling.
Yes.
Thank you, Gibson. I'll get it off.
Huh? Let me get in the phone, but I don't see anything. I don't see anything like that. When I went over there, maybe yeah, I went there, but I'm going around in a place. That was 1 minute. You call him.
So there you go again. I can play all, but we don't have time. Join us tomorrow, and we'll be sharing this on our page on Facebook, on Spoon. You know, Damo will share the entire thing. All of the document that we have, we'll share it. We want you guys to be part of the court process. Everything the government turned over. Thank God our sources from the Ministry of Justice sent all to us. They respect God, they love us, and they want us to everything in this. You see in this box, we have it. We open it. All the recording. They got 2 recordings, but we have to break them down in session. These are the reason why Fonati and the rest of the people go to court. All right. I just want to say to all of you. That's some of the document. You open it, and you can see all of the document. We got a full document. We open it, you see. We read all of this document. It's in my possession. If you follow the show tomorrow, we'll share with you. We open it page by page. We took pictures. We have it. I have it on my house in Liberia. It's right under my bed. I took everything I carry under my bed, all the entire document. Okay. Listen, I have it.
They'll go look for that horse to get tired to take it.
I can't swear. Who told the government to drop this on the street? Look at the flash drive. Great. Very sensitive information. I mean, if the government say I shouldn't show it, I will not show it. But great. Who told the government to drop this on the street? How can you do that? Sensitive information to this investigation. I was driving, passing in front on the street. I saw it. I found it. I curse. Who told the government to do this? These are sensitive information.
I want to reason I came on the show. I thought I had the time and I understand the
great, really, I beg you, we got to save this thing. We are getting signal there.
World Trade Center, you just drop the thing right around. Everybody get the thing passing right around. Get the pepper color in the paper, pepper color, or they put bamboo in banana leaf. Now the government evidence here, or they just drop it on the side of someone.
Hey, unmute yourself, great. Unmute yourself, right? We open it. Look at that yellow. Let's pause on that yellow flash drive. That yellow flash drive that get all the recording. We downloaded all the recording from that flash drive.
Yeah, that the thing on the paper color, then they say the bamboo on the side in banana leaf. Now what the government evidence is now.
Listen, I don't want to get involved. I beg you people, I don't want to get involved, Gibson. They are sending me this document.
As a call logger.
That's a call log. Your phone number on the Gibson.
They say everybody phone number. They say Patrick. Why he say Patrick? Oh man, Patrick, Fandara.
Fandara Patrick, the time you wanted this. I mean, I won't go into the case, Uncle Sam. I'm trembling. This is national security issue. I'm scared. I'm trembling. I was driving yesterday in front of my house. I found a document. Somebody just dropped it there. You know the same house.
You are driving on Front Street?
No, in North Panto. In North Panto. Look at it.
I see Director of Fire Service.
You are muted. You are muted.
No.
Wait. That's is this the exhibit? Is this the exhibit that the government carrying the court against these guys?
Yes.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Jesus.
But you know what? But maybe we'll spend some more time here. You know, that way you can call the radio off because the lightning. We can spend some more time with our Facebook friend.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I need to cut the radio off because the lightning is terrible.
Damo, can you come up real quick? Damo, can you come up? Let's do something with all the radio. I'm sorry, radio folks. Damo, you can cut it off because you say lightning, right? Talk to me. Hey, lightning, Damo.
Yeah. And for the safety of our equipment,
yes, it's very important.
Okay, so when you join us on Facebook, let's talk to our Facebook audience. Damo, thank you very much.
I really like this.
Damo, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow with Basa guy. Please do the flyer. We appreciate
why you not let my business again? Why you not let my business again?
This Damo went China. If not even like this, we call it up.
Send Damo keep up from China. Damo, I'll tell you.
No, Damo, something that ran to my mind. I want to come and point to call anything here. No. I'll put that.
I'm talking about negative.
The men are sitting above in a white shirt. He knows my level. He knows my level of commitment. So that other thing get wet. Try again.
Damo, look at my face.
Damo will do everything to protect the network because listen, that instrument master right now, we will need $20,000. We will need $20,000 just to change it. Damo, please cut it off and let's save it for another day.
Call that thing. Hell yeah, you call it. Gone.